by T-REV, so we'll call him that as well. And he joins us now.
People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss. This something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will lead up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have the backs. I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome on this Wednesday morning. Let me make sure I got my audio right. Seems like we're good. 150. Mic should be good right there. Cindy in the building. What's going on, Cindy? Yeah, I want to jump into this case of I want to check out the Chelsea Grimm. She's traveling across country to a wedding, I believe, which I'm about to read an article on it. What's going on, Zoe? Welcome. Good morning. Can you guys hear me fine? Linda, welcome, Linda. Zoe, Linda. I see Cindy, Gold Dust. I am here driving in my car. Wouldn't want to miss a live. What's going on, Gold Dust Woman? Shout out to Gold Dust Woman in the building. Let's put it like that. Nice to see everybody. Zonia, what's going on? Sheba, nice to see you, Sheba. Kelly, you made it at the beginning. You were here last live, though. I seen you last live. Here listening in. I haven't followed this yet so far. You said so far, so I am interested. Stormy says, oh, I see a birthday girl. Who's the birthday girl? Who's our birthday girl in the building today? Who's the birthday girl? What's going on, Big Dirty? Nice to see you, man. Big Dirty, WD Mama finally caught alive. Hey, everyone. Some people aren't even getting notifications. It happens. I've seen some emails. People are like, I'm not getting no notifications, man. I'm missing the live. Soybean, thank you for the 9 months. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the 9 months. Soybean, damn, 9 months, really? I remember you having a different name than Soybean, though. I do remember that. Loud and clear, says Cindy. The age of absolute conspiracy is real, says Choosy. What? Choosy heretics choose Carnation Revolution now. My day is complete. T-REV is live. Well, thank you for coming by, Rhonda. I appreciate it. I want to check up on this case. I've seen a little bit of it, but I don't know a lot about it. And so it says Greenwich police help in search for California woman who vanished on the way to a Connecticut wedding. It says that, and most of you know the story, but I just want to read it to those who are coming in and don't. It says Greenwich local police say they are helping Arizona authorities in the search for a California woman who went missing while on a cross-country trip to a wedding in Connecticut. Police said Chelsea Grimm was reported missing on October 4th after she was seen in September 8th. It says she was seen in September 8th or 28th in Williams, Arizona. So September 28th, she was seen in Williams, Arizona. I can confirm that Greenwich police has been contacted by authorities from Arizona, and we are assisting them and Grimm's parents in whatever ways we can. Greenwich Police Lieutenant Patrick Smith said. That's what I'm reading. Smith declined to provide more information, citing the ongoing investigation. Records show that Grimm's parents have an address listed in Greenwich. It says Hearst Connecticut Media Group has not been able to reach them for comment about their daughter's disappearance. Grimm had decided a few days after setting off to a Connecticut trip that was taking longer than expected, and she wanted to turn around to head home to San Diego, according to officials. So there must be some text messages exchanged where she said, hey, I want to go back home, or I don't know. Who knows? A news station in Arizona obtained police body camera footage of Grimm several days before she went missing after an officer had found her pulled over at a cemetery. According to the video, Grimm told the officer she had gotten emotional after taking photographs for a lost soldier project. After confirming she was okay, the officer recommended that Grimm park her car at a gas station to sleep. News Nation reported that hunters in Ash Fork found Grimm's white 2019 Ford Escape with 2 flat tires abandoned on a dirt road the day. Where'd it go? Hold up. Abandoned. I just literally lost that. It's like shifting on me. News Nation reported that rumors in Ash Fork. Okay, right here. Dirt. It says, I'm going to repeat it. News Nation reported that hunters in Ash Fork found Grimm's white 2019 Ford Escape with 2 flat tires abandoned on a dirt road the day after she was reported missing. Officials said her belongings, along with her pet bearded dragon, were not found inside of her SUV. Grimm's parents told News Nation that they were hopeful when they heard the bearded dragon was not found in the car. If they see somebody with a bearded dragon, they're going to take an extra look at that person, Janet Grimm, Chelsea's mom, told News Nation, because it's unusual to be carrying around a bearded dragon, usually on her shoulder. I don't know much details on that, but we're going to get into it, though. What's going on? Always love your lives. Thank you, Bernadette. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Always see you in here, too. G of Twins. I live in Arizona and was just in that area a few weeks ago. Very interested in this case. Hallelujah. You just made my day. I appreciate that, Regina. Thank you for the love. Regina, right. This case seems strange. The 2 flat tires on something spooked her in that cemetery, in my opinion. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to dive into the details of this, though. We're going to check out the body cam footage. We're going to check out the different things today. I want to see what's going on. We're going to do a little deep dive on it, on the information at least, because I'm not privy to it all. JLR actually, well, who's it? JLR. I talked to Magnolia. I talked to them, and I need to check out the live because he has the most updated information on his last one. So we definitely need to check that one out too. Shout out to him for letting me know about that. Yes, Kelly, that case is crazy. Which case are we talking about? Yeah, truck stop is where they told her to go. That way she'd be safer. Are you safer at a truck stop? A woman by herself driving across country to a wedding in Connecticut. There's concerns there. She left her camera though. I mean, she's a grown. Let's dive into it. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's play this one. Let's start off with this one because I want to get into the absolute details of this case.
To do a series on the lost and the forgotten people in this country.
Yeah, no.
Happy birthday. So it's Midwest's birthday today. Happy birthday to Midwest. October 25th is Midwest's birthday. Happy birthday. Everybody give a happy birthday to Midwest. It is her birthday today. Happy birthday, Midwest.
I get it.
Now missing herself. This body camera video is one of the last known sightings of Chelsea Grimm, a California woman who vanished.
Not very well. As every day goes by, it's harder and harder to stay positive and upbeat, and we try to keep focused on the end goal, which is to bring Chelsea home safely.
I appreciate that. So Carol says, hey, T-REV, just in time for my lunch break. That's what's up. I'm glad you came by for the lunch break. Who knows about this case? What are the most weirdest details to you? Because I'm getting the emails that I've gotten on this case, which I was like this morning, I mentioned in Discord, I'm like, man, why are people are hitting me up? Chelsea Grimm. I've seen the name around and I've heard about it, of course. A couple posts on Twitter, but I don't know the full story. But it's like a lot of people are talking about this. They want to hear more.
What started as a cross-country road trip quickly turned into a parent's worst nightmare when 32-year-old Chelsea Grimm went missing without a trace. Her parents now left with more questions than answers in their desperate search for their daughter.
It's a nightmare, and it's one that you never could have imagined yourself in and wouldn't wish on anybody. But having said that, we're hanging in there. We're holding on to hope, putting our faith in the law enforcement professionals.
Grimm was last seen on September 30th in Ash Fork.
Gucci Gang Gamer Girl says, I know about it from JLR, and the weirdest thing so far is the ex-boyfriend started a GoFundMe. So the ex-boyfriend of Chelsea Grimm, Chelsea Grimm started a GoFundMe. What is his name? Hold up. I think I just seen that. Are we talking about ex-boyfriend Philip John? Is that who we're talking about? Allegedly? I have no idea. I think that's who we're talking about, though. Chelsea Grimm and ex-boyfriend Philip John Brenner. There's new information out about it. We'll be checking that out too once we catch up, which shouldn't be long. Let me put this up here too so people know. No, not that.
Arizona, about 50 minutes west of Flagstaff. Just days before, she'd set off on a cross-country road trip, leaving San Diego headed to Connecticut for a family member's wedding. Grimm's mother, Janet Grimm, says just before she was set to fly out east, her daughter made a last-minute change of plans.
Chelsea was going to fly home for a wedding in Connecticut, well, New York. She was flying home to go to this wedding and see us. And
there we go.
The day she was supposed to get on the airplane, she emailed Steve and said that she was going to drive across country instead. And so that was on the 24th of September.
Chelsea's father, Stephen Grimm, says it wasn't surprising his daughter made this last-minute change.
Tammy, she went missing. I want to say they said something back in September. I don't know the exact date.
I would say it's not at all out of character for.
What did she leave for? That she left for the trip. What was it, September 27th or 28th? And it was reported missing October 4th. I may be wrong about that 27th though. Maybe the 26th.
For to change plans at the last minute. That was
this year
characteristic of her. She had adopted this dragon lizard. Bearded dragon.
Mm-hmm.
She had adopted a bearded dragon and said she didn't want to come without it, and she couldn't bring it on the plane. So that ostensibly was the reason.
What's the message
that she gave us?
Alone, traveling only with her bearded dragon, Grimm set off toward the East Coast. But several days into her trip, she told her parents she wouldn't make it in time for the wedding. That conversation and update was the last time her parents heard from her.
The last contact, we were texting back and forth with her, and she said, I've driven for 3 days. I'm in Arizona. I'm not going to make it to the East Coast for the wedding. I think I'm going to just skip the wedding and stop here for a day or two and do some camping. She had her tent and her sleeping bag with her in the car when she left. And then radio silence. And she had told us she was going to probably be out of fun range for a couple of days. So a couple of days, we weren't alarmed. But then when 2 or 3 more days went by, and we usually texted or talked to her daily. So when a couple of days went by and we hadn't heard from her, we got really worried. So we called it in as a missing persons report on the 4th of October.
Investigators confirmed one of her last encounters was with law enforcement on the 28th. Body camera video shows an officer approach Chelsea's vehicle outside of a cemetery.
I don't know. I do find it odd with the, vehicle being found with tires popped and shit. I find it very odd.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I just was doing a photo shoot of the lost soldiers and got a little emotional, so I was crying before I got back on the road.
Chelsea can be heard telling the officer she's a bit emotional after working on a photo shoot about fallen soldiers.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure someone called it in. So
I'm sorry.
No, you're quite all right. I mean,
I was just doing a photo shoot, yeah.
Maybe she
packed up, I'm going to leave soon.
Okay.
But I just didn't want to drive like that. Sad.
I got you. You've been smoking a little bit of marijuana?
Earlier today, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Do you have your license on you by any chance?
Yeah.
It gets me all emotional too.
Yeah, it's just, I'm trying to do a series on the lost and the forgotten people in this country.
She later discusses where to stay while she's on the road before parting ways with the officer.
I know you told me that you smoked marijuana and
I will, Pops. I'll hit you up
obviously I
later.
would be in an emotional state as well. I don't know if you want somebody else to drive you or if you just want to hang out here for a little bit longer, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah, if it's okay with you,
Yeah.
if I hang out here for another like 15 or 20 and then head on the road, that would be my plan,
Sure.
I think.
Yeah, I don't see any signs.
So Hollis says I am clueless with this case. She disappeared on a cross-country trip from California to Connecticut. She was going to a wedding. So that's what's going on here. And she's been missing. They reported missing since October 4th. We're now October 25th. There is some suspicious things I see people talking about in chat, though. I definitely want to get down to some of like a TikTok video I seen. I think Stormy mentioned it, and a few other people mentioned some things.
Impairment or anything like that. So
yeah, no, I mean, with my eyesight and then crying, it's not the best combination at night.
Dude, I totally
I was like,
understand.
I'm just gonna like cry on the road, or I'm just gonna sit here and cry. So I
got
have
you.
my dragon, and I'm just.
Oh, that's freaking cool! I didn't even notice that.
Thanks, Rosie.
Wow, Rosie,
I think she's asleep.
Wow, right on.
She got bored.
Yeah. Do you
Jayla,
have like a hotel around here or anything?
I don't. I was actually thinking of just camping for the night, but I wasn't really sure exactly yet.
Gotcha.
Well, I didn't plan to be here till sunset.
Okay, you can't camp in the city limits. It's kind of like a city statute we have.
Okay, good.
But you can always go. I don't know if you can see like the yellow lights over there, the Loves. It's a trucker stop
I'm pretty sure I thought I heard the same thing too.
in the gas station area. You can just sleep there. Nobody will bother you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yes.
I get some good shots at sunrise too there.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sunrise here
What's
too.
going on, Arlene? Nice to see you. I see Arlene. Elaine says tires were not flat when Hunter saw her 5 days later. 2 flat tires. Okay, very strange. Sadie Cat says the sister posted to not give to PJ's her ex's GoFundMe for her. It is fraudulent. Good morning, by the way. Thank you for that, Sadie's Cat. Good morning to you too. She's crying for some other reason, Twizzler Gobbler thinks. Marty Sweeney says, Hollis, yes, he does. Lots and forgotten people in this country. I'm curious as to why her parents are not actively searching for her. Are they not they're not out there searching? Probably just used to soldiers as excuse for bloodshot eyes. I hope they check her camera for the pictures.
If you ever want to take photo shoots of like the statues in the morning, dude, it's really cool because the sun like rises right behind them.
Amazing. Okay, I'll probably stay at the truck stop then, save some money, and then come over for the sunrise.
You got it.
Cool.
All right. Well you have a great time.
Well, she was very into photography. And she had done some articles and some photography in San Diego as part of the way she was supporting herself. And so to hear that she was doing a story on lost veterans is not unusual. I don't know the circumstances under which she was taking pictures in a graveyard at night. So I really don't make anything of it because it would be their speculation.
Yeah, I DM, I had that same kind of feel too. I didn't say anything about it, but I definitely had that same feel too. New case to me. I sense a kind of Gabby Petito vibe, maybe the road trip, but she was allegedly by herself, right? So
the last known sighting of
Still,
Grimm was
that
2
vibe.
days later on September 30th in Ash Fork, Arizona, about 20 miles away from
Agreed,
Williams.
Olivia.
A woodcutter there saw her camping in her car and asked if she was okay. Grimm said she was doing fine, but she hasn't been heard from since. Her parents say it was normal for their daughter to camp alone.
She has had a lot of training in camping, and it's something that she has done in the past. She hasn't done it recently since she's moved to San Diego, but
I mean, tomorrow, you just remember tomorrow we have Brian Koberger court date. I know that's going to be a pretty lengthy live. You know how Brian's court days are.
Well, actually, she had done it in August. She had gone camping in August, but
What's up, life?
up until then, I mean, I wouldn't really characterize her as an outdoor girl, a wilderness kind of person, but she certainly had the skills to do that.
Prior to her disappearance, Grimm's parents say she went through a breakup and that her mental state was off.
I would say yes, but I also think it's fair to say she didn't seem completely even. She seemed pretty uneven that last day or two.
What do you mean by uneven? Could you give me more
Yeah,
about that?
What do you mean by uneven? I agree.
Just that she was, she had a lot on her mind that she was expressing through texts that she was taking into her phone as she was traveling. And, you know, she was upset with a boy she was dating who was scared of him. We feel like she was kind of away from him. And I think overall, you know, that was affecting a lot of her mindset. They had broken up, and
Say what?
you know, he had posted things on social media, etc. So they're very well aware of him. But as to Chelsea's state of mind, I think it was affected by him and their breakup or the way they departed.
But Stephen Grimm says he doesn't believe his daughter would hurt herself.
It's not inconceivable, but we really don't think that was her state of mind when you look at what she was saying to us and that sort of thing. You know, it's not impossible. It's not, it has not been ruled out. But, you know, they've done a very, very thorough search of a 3-mile radius around where the car was found. And so one would think that if she had come to the worst, we would have found some evidence of that by now. There have been hunters, loggers.
I don't see nothing about that. Now I know about Fox Hollow Farm though. I've seen episodes of actually people go there and investigate it.
There have been the search parties, etc. So, you know, our hunch, our gut is that, you know, maybe she got a ride out of there. That's what we're kind of hoping.
One day after Grimm was reported missing on October 5th.
Yeah, but if she got a ride out of there, she would contact you guys, right? Is that normal?
5th, hunters in the K-Bub National Forest came across her vehicle, a 2019 Ford Escape with 2 flat tires. It had been parked on a service road in the forest. Inside the vehicle, investigators found Grimm's camera with the most...
They found her camera. We're going to go back and play that. I just want to read this comment. Check how dirty her hand is. It looks like she's been scratching in the dirt. Pity they didn't get her out the car. What if she's being held hostage by someone hiding in the back of the car?
Oh my God!
Road in the
Good
forest.
point, too.
Inside the vehicle, investigators found Grimm's camera with the most recent photos she'd taken. They've since released the pictures showing the outfit she was last seen in.
The car was locked. It was neat, so there were no visual signs of a struggle. And it's possible that she just decided that she was going to proceed with her camping. She couldn't do anything right then and there about the car, so she perhaps was just going to continue on the idea of camping. She has a AAA card on our
Do we got bad audio? What's going on? We got bad audio? Let me know.
our family plan. So we had told her when she started driving across the country, if you encounter any car problems, use AAA, get towed, and tell us what, you know, the situation is. Keep us apprised of your whereabouts. So that I would, if she didn't call AAA, it's because she either didn't have service or her phone wasn't working. And she hasn't, I mean, her phone has not been used since the 28th or 9th. So it's either lost, broken, not charged.
Alice, what I'm getting from some people that are actually reporting on this is mixed reactions, but some that I am seeing that a lot of people are like, they think this is a hoax like Carly Russell. Dead serious too.
No, but normally you would be using something like that to call for help.
Investigators combed through the area where her vehicle was found both by land and air. During all searches, investigators came up empty.
They had mentioned on a call we had with them Friday that they had 500 man hours in the field looking for her. They've been very scientific, technology being used with mapping, etc. So I feel like we've got real professionals who are truly trying the very best to find her, and we're grateful for that. And yet there are not that many new clues. So understandably, it goes to a slightly different level of immediacy for them. And it just seemed to us like it couldn't hurt to hire Kelly Townsend, who we hired. He specializes in missing persons. So maybe there's something he can do to supplement them.
What is chat? What are the vibes that you're getting from the parents? Just asking chat. What are the vibes you're getting from parents?
We're not experts in this field. We're totally unexperienced.
The Grimm family has since acquired a private investigator they hope will move the case forward.
Presumably, the sheriff's office has a lot of other things going on simultaneously. And I think after 2 weeks of extensive searching for Chelsea, they're sort of waiting for more public information, waiting for more clues, because they followed up everything that they really had to look into. And I think that they've done a thorough job doing that.
As the search for Grimm continues, her parents have a message for their daughter.
Just that we miss her tremendously, and we can't bear being parted like this, and we really want to have her come home.
We love you, Chelsea. We can't wait to see you again. Just let us know where you are. And
it's either they know something that we don't know, like detail wise, and they're hopeful and think that she's with somebody. I don't know. I don't know what vibes I'm getting.
Take it from there. We'll go from there.
Arizona officials say the investigation into Grimm's disappearance is still ongoing and ask anyone with more information to contact
I don't know what the vibes I'm getting on that. But we're going to go to the next one. You said vibe I'm getting from parents is strict. Anyone else? Yeah, definitely strict. Definitely strict. They don't seem to have any urgency, says Sadie Katz. DM says, I think they are being careful not to badmouth the ex-boyfriend or something about her mental health. Leisures, thank you. I appreciate that. Rap Game fam is the best. Keep smashing it. T-REV, thank you for the love. I appreciate the love to the channel. Day in and day out, Leisure. UK in the building. 3 weeks today, says Red Rose. So 3 weeks today that she's been missing. Florida baby, if X had her location, it's definitely him. Midwest says they know more than they are saying. I believe she has more mental health issues, and you're highlighting depression. Liz also says, interested to see a map of where she began her journey, known sightings, and where car was found. Doesn't take 3 days to travel from California to Arizona. Was she actually heading back to California? Now, what's the whole cross-country trip to a wedding in Connecticut? Did everything stop at Arizona? Like, what? I'm not catching that part. I'm gonna catch on, though. Her parents are staying calm, but sure scared. They are doing an interview, Stormy says. Arlene says the parents are definitely concerned and worried that she may be in harm of her ex-boyfriend. Melvina Smith says parents appear weird, cannot say more, but seem to be cautious in what they reveal. That's a good way to put it. Wonder if her ex followed her, or if he had her location and he was texting her, and that is why she was crying. Just my opinion.
Met up with a friend in Phoenix, I believe.
Here we go.
Have you talked to that person? Were they able to give any?
Hold on, let's run that back again. Did he say exactly what I thought he said?
He had met up with a friend in Phoenix, I believe.
Okay.
Have you talked to that person? Were they able to give any information about sort of her state of mind or what was going on?
Yes, actually, our other daughter talked to her at great length, and she shared a couple of emails. And she said that they gotten together and they had a nice visit at her house. And Chelsea and she were going to brunch the next day, but the next day when it got closer to time for brunch, Chelsea said, I need to go change plans. So she did with this other friend.
Did the friend have any information about like any reason to be concerned, or did it just seem like
it's only been like a day? I think I wasn't on yesterday. I was doing some stuff, but I'm on. We're here.
Normal hang out?
Not
Probably
particularly.
don't like the ad.
Yeah, no alarm bells or anything. I mean, she says they had a nice visit and she was looking forward to seeing her the next day. So can't really explain that any better.
No, she said she was doing a photo project, I think in a cemetery, when she interacted with that police officer.
Hold up. Brandykin says, so sad. I'm really worried this girl entered a type of psychosis. It happened to me before. I've done the same. Interesting. I'd like to hear more on that. On like your experience on what you mean. Terry Pat, what's going on? Nice to see you. Terry Pat.
Do you know anything more about that? Was she,
Terry Pat.
a photographer? Can you
Jersey.
shed light on that a little bit?
Well, she did photography a lot, and she also did paintings, rendered art to supplement her income, whatever her income was. And so it's not at all unusual for her to have been doing a story or a photojournalist story for some, whatever publication. So that's not unusual. Being in the cemetery is, I guess if you're
right here, Greenwich police help in search for California woman who vanished on way to Connecticut wedding. I don't know why it says that. Somebody said it was in New York, but that's what it says on this article.
Doing a story on lost soldiers, that maybe that's a good place to look.
I think she also had a strong affinity to her grandfather, Janet's dad.
What's going on, Donna? Welcome.
World War II veteran. And perhaps that was a draw to the veterans there.
Yeah. Have you been able to see that body camera video? I think it was on. Did anything seem out of the ordinary, or did she just, you obviously know her better than anyone. Did she seem like herself in the video?
Couldn't see much of her. We just heard her voice. That sounded like it was definitely her, in my opinion. No, it didn't seem, out of the ordinary. And one thing that seemed very in the ordinary or in character was how I think she said, "I appreciate your compassion," or something like that. That sounded 110% like Chelsea. She's a very compassionate, empathetic person, kind of an artist at heart, and that sounded just like her.
The heck is that?
She had an interaction with a woodcutter also. Have you been able to get any more information about that?
I know the authorities have talked to him, or I believe it's a male. We don't have any.
That's what I read, Monica.
Particularly noteworthy to add on that, except he thought she did not seem, in distress or in need. He actually went back some short time later to make sure she didn't want help, and she again a second time declined his help. So his conclusion was that she was in pretty good shape, not worrisome.
It sounds like the bearded dragon was important to her, obviously, if she was going to drive across the country and not fly. The bearded dragon was not found with the car.
When I heard 2 flat tires, Liz, it's immediately concerning.
That make you think that she went somewhere and took the pet with her? Is that sort of a good sign to you?
Oh, absolutely.
In my opinion, if somebody took her, they would just let them go, just let the lizard go.
Chelsea has always had
Allegedly.
Special spot in her heart for children, elderly people, and animals, and she would never leave an animal in a car. She just wouldn't do it. So I think that is a hopeful sign. I also think that the chances of people recognizing Chelsea, or at least sort of connecting the dots. If they see somebody with a bearded dragon, they're going to take an extra look at that person, because it's unusual to be carrying around a bearded dragon, usually on her shoulder.
It would definitely stand out. So that's a good thing for people to look out for.
Is the logger sauce.
Right. She also had a very distinctive tattoo on her left arm, which was a vine with leaves on it that sort of wrapped all the way around her lower arm. So another visual clue.
Have police given you any other information? I mean, is there anything else people watching this should be on the lookout for in a certain area, or are there any other tidbits that they've been able to give you?
I wish there were. There is a chance she got a ride out of there. She seemed to have left that car of her own volition in an organized way. It was locked.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're leaving your car, let's just think about this. If you broke down out in the middle of somewhere, who are the people that you're going to contact? Your parents, right? Your parents, your loved one, whoever you're closest to, and you're going to let them know this car. It just something's not right here.
Taken her wallet and we think her phone and her sleeping bag, among other things, along with the bearded dragon. So the reason I mention that is the area of possibilities where she could be is pretty wide. It's a wide net. So, surrounding states have been notified, not just Arizona. The surrounding states, the authorities in Coconino County have been terrific in helping get the word out. And so even if you're, several hours away from there.
But the lizard was her ex-boyfriend that she broke up with, and she called her his fiance. If Woodcutter thought she was good, why did he go back a second time? She said, or she was said to seem disoriented. Are you talking about on the body cam footage?
There as a viewer, and you've seen something that you think might be any kind of tip, we would be forever grateful if that's an important clue.
Thank you for watching. Go to news.
Thank you for watching. No, that's crazy. So, let me see this one too. Let's see. I was told to watch this for the. Now this is one. It's supposed to be one of the latest updates. Let's check this one. Where's it at?
Gosh, you really have
Nope.
to
Seen it.
Gosh, you really have to feel for those parents and what they're going through right now. And Janet and Stephen, they have hired a private investigator to help them with the search for their daughter. And Kelly Townsend joins me now on the phone. Kelly, it's a strange case. Hard to wrap my mind around. I was trying to go over all the details today and the timeline and the fact that
but even if there was no cell service, you got no cell service, but you're gonna get out that area and get cell service if you got a ride. But maybe you mean on foot. Maybe she was on foot, no cell service, something happened. You could be meaning that too, which makes sense.
A car was found, and that she's missing with the bearded dragon. Have you been able to piece anything together yet? I mean, do you think that she is likely still in Arizona at this point?
Well, that's very difficult to tell right now. I mean, the circumstances, you're right. They are bizarre. I mean, and the body cam video of the law enforcement officer talking to her. My agency's just recently been brought on. But I have an interest in, he recommended for her to go to Love's. And I'm working with Coconino law enforcement right now.
Thank you for that
and
update.
Trying to find out, has anybody gone there to check out the CCTV? Because if she actually followed the officer's advice and was camping there or just sleeping in her car there, did she get approached? And I know the Love's, those Love's gas stations, I guess, truck driver stations, they have places where people can sleep. Truck drivers do it all the time, showers and stuff like that. So I'm right now, we're just trying to gather as much information as we can. Coconino County Sheriff's Department has been outstanding working with us. Some law enforcement departments, they don't work with you just because you're a private investigator. But because I'm interested, because there was 2 flat tires, it was out on a dirt road. How far was the body cam video where she was talked to by the police there to where the car was found? I mean, because did somebody interact with her and then they drove down that road? I mean, we're all assuming at this point right now because nobody really knows for sure except God. So, right. I mean, that's where we are right now. We have had some interesting things come to light just as of today. matter of fact, just a few hours ago, that we're working on that could really generate stuff that we're probably going to want to get out on the news if it comes to fruition, because we may have something that we want the world to look out for.
Yeah, I would imagine when you start asking questions and like you said, around that gas station, first of all, the thought of a young woman sleeping alone with just a bearded dragon in a gas station park.
I didn't hear it yet. Didn't she go to a hotel and try to pay with euros? Huh. I didn't hear that.
Makes me a little nervous.
Of course, I'm new to this case too.
What you've discovered in the last couple of hours, or give us.
I really can't at this point. I really can't because number one, we have to verify. Number two, we have to interview, and these people literally just came up on the radar today. And so we're trying to get interviews set up and composite sketches and things like that.
The tidbit about her trying to use, I think it was like euros instead of dollars. And
there it is right there. So someone just brought that up in chat. Bang, right there.
Possibly being disoriented. Do you know anything more about that? Because her
composite sketches and things like that.
There you go.
The tidbit about her trying to use, I think it was like euros instead of dollars, and possibly being disoriented. Do you know anything more about that? Because her parents, told me, she was an artist. It wasn't odd for her to be in the cemetery taking pictures as part of her art project. It just seems strange to me that there was that one account that maybe she was like disoriented at one point.
Yeah, right now I can't say that I would verify that with you right now. I mean, I thought it was a little odd where she was crying, but she, the law enforcement officer walked up to her and she was crying, and he asked her, and she said it's because she just took pictures at the graveyard. And
so she said the only confirmed sighting of her still to this day is the police officer. Even the motel isn't confirmed.
Oh my God!
She was weeping for the soldiers. I don't know. I've never personally met Chelsea, but she seems like a nice heart, very compassionate girl. But was she actually crying and just saying that to law enforcement? You follow what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, or perhaps she was moved by the art project she was working on. We'll stay in touch with you, Kelly. We want to stay on this story, and I'm glad that you're involved and assisting the family. I know you just came on. I think it is. Yeah, I feel for those parents. I just want to put out the phone number. Anyone with information, you can contact the sheriff's office there. The number is 928-774-4523.
Make sure you contact that if you do know any information.
Hopefully, we will have some good news to report.
Thank you for watching. Go to
Nope. Thank you for watching. I'm Ashley Banfield. All right, hold up. Here we go. Here's another one.
Jonathan Lee.
Here's an update right here.
Investigates. Where is 32-year-old Chelsea Grimm? Chelsea Grimm lived in San Diego, went on a road trip. On her way from San Diego to Connecticut to attend a wedding, and she vanished, disappeared around the end of September, somewhere in the Williams, Ashfork area of Arizona. Where could she be? Her car was later found abandoned on a remote road, tires flat, car doors locked. She vanished. She had a little like iguana, which she caught a pet dragon named Roxy with her. That's gone. Her pet is gone. Sleeping bag gone. Wallet gone. But where is she? Now, I want to show you something. According to her
no, I don't think she had two flat tires when the police stopped her.
Public Facebook post. She has ties. According to her Facebook, that she used to live in Arizona. That's what she said on her Facebook. That's what she said on her Facebook. Desert Hills, Arizona. Check this out. So this is the public Facebook profile of Chelsea Grimm. This is her Facebook here. And I want to show you something on her Facebook.
Hold up. What did it say right there? It said, I'm begging you, please be true, authentic self. It's okay.
And I want to show you something on her Facebook. Here it says she studied New York University, from San Diego, single. She lists her Instagram account, photos of her here. Let me just show you. But I want to show you something on her profile. I want to show you something. So going back here to the About section and then places lived.
That's a great question. Mama to 5 King says, how far is this young lady missing from where Daniel Robinson went missing? Wasn't her photography project along the lines of The Forgotten? It was about, I don't know. Did she tell the officer that she was, I forgot what she said she was covering. Something about vets or feds. I forget exactly how she said it.
And she has San Diego, Stanford, San Diego, Brookline, Massachusetts, Desert Hills, Arizona. And that piqued my interest. Devil Hills, Arizona, some place where she lived, Chelsea. So let's talk a little bit more about Desert Hills, Arizona. Now, this is Google Maps. This red.
Now, JLR or JLR, they hit me up and told me that I knew to watch the one live he did because it has all the information, and we'll get to that one too.
Location here is where her vehicle was found. The vehicle was found here,
the Lost Soldier,
north of Ashfork. And look, Desert Hills, Arizona, about 3 hours away.
That's kind of crazy to think of.
I-40 over to Kingman, south on I-40,
That's good.
Desert Hills. So on her Facebook, she says she lived in Desert Hills at one point, wondering if she's hiding out or in Desert Hills, Arizona right now.
Oh,
what do you think, considering her vehicle was found 170 miles away, easy access, I-40? Did she hitch a ride with anyone? Did someone pick her up? Is she just hiding out, or is there something more to this, or is this nothing of nothing? It is kind of far, 170 miles, but according to her Facebook, she says she lived here. Desert Hills, right on the Arizona-California border.
So Desert Hills.
Very, very interesting. Let me know what you think. So Desert Hills, Arizona, 3 hours away from where her car was found. What do you think? Think she could be somewhere in the Desert Hills, Arizona area with a friend, an associate? Who'd she live with? If she lived in Desert Hills, she might not have. Some people just put places they've been on Facebook and lived at and tied to where they have no ties whatsoever. They might just like the name and say Desert Hills. I'm going to list that I've been there or used to live there. If she did live there, was it with a guy, girl, by herself, apartment, house, trailer, tent, property? Chelsea Grimm is missing. It's a public interest case. People are looking for her. 32 years.
Thank you, Andrea. Hey, and thank you for all you do from Germany. Thank you. I appreciate that, Andrea. Shout out to Germany, by the way.
Years old. Where could she be? Somewhere in Arizona? Ventured off, went to Phoenix, supposedly met a friend there, and then jotted north. Tried to get into a hotel with using euros.
And everybody in chat, wish Midwest a happy birthday. It is her birthday today, so happy birthday to Midwest.
And then had a police encounter at a cemetery where she was going to do some photography work at nighttime. She was crying, distraught. What's going on here, people? I am covering the Chelsea Grimm case. If you know where she's at, contact authorities immediately. Is she alive or not?
How many of you think she's alive? I think it's just sus the way that her vehicle's found with 2 pop tires. A hoax? I don't know. I don't know if I want to think it's a hoax or not. So it's definitely alarming. 2 flat tires in the middle of all these. Yeah, let's jump into the latest updates. Now I was told to watch this for the latest updates.
Everyone, new case we're going to talk about. We're going to do a deep dive into.
It's a playback
Chelsea
speed at 125.
Come on in. Get yourself a cup of coffee. Good afternoon. It's almost afternoon. It's good morning. 10/24/2023.
She's not
Where
alive.
is Chelsea Grimm?
You said she's not alive. I'm praying she's alive. Dead taken. It's easier to find a body versus a living, moving person. I'm not sure. I have a feeling she's gone. Definitely sus. I don't think she's alive. Stormy says, I think she's alive. What is true says, I think she is gone by herself. So you think she's out by herself? I think she's alive in the spirit realm now. Whoa. Whew. Trafficked, maybe, Courtney says. I don't think she is. I don't know. There's just these vibes. It's the vibes that I get from the parents when I see the parents on there. It's like they know some details that's being held out. For instance, Chelsea Wiley. I don't know if anybody was here when there was a mom that reached out. It was Chelsea Wiley, and she was missing, but we ended up finding her. Crazy how things can happen, but we ended up finding her. Crazy.
What's going on with this case? We're going to do a deep dive. We're going to read some articles. We're going to come up with theories and speculations. We are going to talk. I titled this video, Foul Play or Hoax? Hoax or foul play?
See?
What is going on with this Chelsea Grimm case? Fill me in. Leave your comments. Leave your suggestions. Leave your theories and speculations. People have been talking about this case. I'm sure you're jumping on because you've been paying attention to this Chelsea Grimm case. I really just started putting this thing together and trying to figure this all out. We're talking one of those scary, out in the middle of nowhere, vanish, disappearance. Like a needle in the haystack out there in the Arizona, Sedona, Grand Canyon area. But we know on JLR Investigates that we open up to all theories until the outcome. No stone left unturned.
Playback speed again.
Amy M says her parents are very wealthy. They live in a mansion in Greenwich. And we're going to talk about the father. We're going to talk about Chelsea's father, Stephen. Because, yes, he's very, very rich. Very, extremely rich. Like we're talking about financial. We'll talk about it. We're looking into it. But where is Chelsea? For people that are just jumping on.
I guess with the Carly Russell stuff that happened, not being too long ago, that some people think this is a hoax too, like that. But for some reason, I think in foul play in this. I think foul play.
We're going to talk about this case. We're going to talk about Chelsea. So this is coming out of the Coconino County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
Flagstaff, Arizona. They put out a bulletin a few weeks ago. October 7th, 2023. Department report S2303352. Chelsea Grimm, white female, 32, 5'9", 120. Hazel eyes, blonde hair. Description. Chelsea Grimm was reported missing on 10/4/2023 to Phoenix police. So she was reported missing to the Phoenix police.
Mm-hmm.
Her vehicle, a white Ford Escape SUV, was located on 10/5/2023 by hunters on the Kebab, we'll be saying Kebab, National Forest, Road 6, northeast of Ash Fork, Arizona. It's near the Grand Canyon. We're going towards the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
The vehicle may have been there as early as 9/30/2023. Don't know how they determined that, but there's a timeline of events. Chelsea Grimm was supposed to...
I'm not seeing a hoax here. No way. At best, something, a crazy, or tires popped on the road and she's with a friend somewhere and just didn't say shit. There's no telling. See, there's one thing that we don't know as people. We do not know the type of life that Chelsea Grimm lived. We do not know. You get what I'm saying? So it's hard to really connect it. We try to get that information from family. And when I'm watching the family speak, it's like, I don't know. They don't seem like they're concerned that she's possibly gone, like passed away. And I say that. It seems like they may know some information, or maybe they're just super strong and have faith. And I can absolutely be wrong because that's speculation on me. But that's just the type of vibes I was getting from when I watched the parents' interview just before.
Be traveling from California to Connecticut.
Greetings to you.
The last known contact with Chelsea Grimm was 9/28/2023 in Williams, Arizona. Anyone with information about Chelsea Grimm or this situation is urged to call the Coco Nino.
I heard about that this morning.
Vehicle, white 2019 Ford Escape.
Okay, so hold up. Let's jump into this. What do they usually do? Now, I'm not saying this is true. What do they usually do to homicide suspects or people that they're investigating? They'll find something to lock them up. Or you don't want to talk? Well, you're arrested on this or you're arrested on that. I'm not saying that's what's going on with the boyfriend either, because I haven't seen much about that either. He was arrested on another charge. Anyone know if there have been any opinions? So something tells me she wanted to disappear for a little. And that could be too. The road is covered in stone.
Like a needle in a haystack. So what is up with this situation? I've been reading some reports. I'm going to kind of just read around, talk. I understand she had like an iguana. Because the very first thing I thought about is if she was going to go back to Greenwich. Very rich out there in Connecticut. It's like the richest part of Connecticut. Why didn't she jump on a plane? Now, can you take an iguana on a plane? Is it an iguana? What type of her pet? Is that an iguana? Is it an iguana? A bearded dragon. Bearded.
Is that what he was picked up on?
Dragon. But I did put out on Twitter, I said, what about if this is all just a hoax? Or she just wants to vanish for a while because whatever she's going through. And then we're talking about GoFundMe, set up with a boyfriend. I mean, I can't see how GoFundMe's can be set up with, her own family having lots of money. Now, let me ask you guys also. Ruby Slipper says Carly Russell 2.0. I actually thought of that. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna be real on this channel. Is this just a big hoax or is this legit? Let me ask you guys something. Her parents have a lot of money, moolah. They're rich. Have they been out there at all looking? Did they go out there and search at all themselves? Does anyone know?
That's a good point.
She couldn't have taken her bearded dragon on the plane. Good morning. It's the ex-boyfriend's lizard. Why didn't he keep the lizard while she went on a cross-country trip? Any person should be free to travel.
Yeah, she might be in a domestic violence. Those type of shelters won't give any personal information out of safety for the people that go into those shelters. I wonder if, because it was asked on one of the prior clips that we watched, was there any tension between them like that? So could it have been something different at that spot where the officer on body cam is talking to her? Could she, because she definitely seems shaken up. That's for sure. She definitely was shaken up.
Travel around the country nowadays. However, a woman should be legally armed and know how to use it. You think someone in their early 30s, a female, should travel 40-something hours alone?
Hold up again. Let's look at this one more time. Let's take a glance at this one more time before we finish getting these newest updates on here.
Well, we start tonight with the developing story. New police body cam video showing us one of the last.
I want to watch it. I want to watch it again real quick. I got to see it.
Conversations that a California woman had before she disappeared here in Arizona. That is where we start this Saturday night here on 12 News at 10 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jonathan McCall. 32-year-old Chelsea Grimm was seen in Williams, just west of Flagstaff, back on September 30th. 12 News journalist Jade Cunningham just finished watching that body cam video frame by frame and shows us what Grimm told officers.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
The interaction lasts about 7.5 minutes
I'm doing great. Are you doing all right?
Yeah.
and shows 32-year-old Chelsea Grimm just a few days before reportedly disappearing.
I just was doing a photo shoot of the lost soldiers and got a little emotional, so I
I'm
was
so-
crying before
okay.
I got back on the road.
The body cam footage from September
So yeah, that's what was asked when she said that I was just a little emotional before I got back on the road. Was it that, or was that used as an excuse to hide whatever? I mean, because somebody said, could somebody have been in the back of the vehicle holding her against her will, or? And those are all great points. Would the officer have seen that though? I don't know the whole window. I'm trying to get a good view, but
September 28th was taken by Williams
Look again.
police, who responded to a call of suspicious activity at the Williams Cemetery.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Windows
you're quite all
camera.
right. I mean,
I was just doing a photo shoot, yeah.
At one point, the officer asks her if she has a hotel to stay at, and she says
That's a good
she
question.
didn't.
I don't. I was actually thinking of just camping for the night, but I wasn't really sure exactly yet.
gotcha.
I didn't plan to be here till sunset.
Okay.
According to family, Grimm was driving from San Diego to Connecticut for a wedding, but in Arizona, she told them she wouldn't make it and was
Exactly what I was just you know, it's funny you said that because I'm looking for it. I'm looking for that full video.
going camping instead. That was the last they heard from her,
I can't
and
find it.
reported her missing October 4th.
I was contacted by the Coconino Sheriff's Department on the 5th that some hunters had found her car with 2 flat tires. And she was not in it. The car was locked, and they couldn't find any trace of Chelsea at that point.
Her 2019 white Ford Escape was found north from where the traffic stop happened a week earlier. Grimm's wallet, some clothes, a sleeping bag, and her pet bearded dragon, Rozzy, were also gone. Coconino Sheriff Jim Driscoll says foul play is possible.
It's certainly a possibility. We focus on
Why
both
wouldn't
the
it be?
person is potentially lost or that there's foul play.
Just hang out here however long you want. And you're good to go.
Awesome.
In the footage, the officer tells Grimm where a safe spot to rest is
You got it.
Appreciate your compassion.
and walks away.
Yeah, you got it. Have a great rest of your day.
And as authorities now investigate her disappearance, her family hanging on to hope this conversation won't be her last. Jade Cunningham, 12 News.
Jade, thank you. Investigators say 2 days after that conversation with police, a woodcutter told them that he talked with Grimm where her car was later found. He said that she told him that she did not need any help and that she was out taking pictures. Anyone with information.
Whoa. So she said she told the woodcutter that she didn't need she didn't need any help. She was out just taking pictures. All right. Copy that. Let's get back into our update here.
With a pet dragon? I presented this question. I'm not afraid to be.
I mean, but in that body cam footage, she definitely does seem choked up. Is that what she was choked up over? Hard to speculate on that when we don't know the answers, but man, could be hiding.
Not
something.
politically correct.
Held captive. Held against her will.
I certainly hope the mysterious disappearance of Chelsea Grimm and her pet dragon is not a hoax. There's Chelsea. There's the pet dragon. So cute. I want to pet it. I want to pet the pet dragon. But if there was some foul play or something suspected, what happened to the iguana? That's iguana, right? It's iguana. What do you think happened? So let's talk about some information about this case. The parents speak up, but has the parents been out there looking for their daughter? I didn't hear a yes or no. Has anyone know? And Amy says this type of girl wouldn't be armed. I kind of get like free bird, hippie-ish type vibe. No disrespect. I'm not disrespecting her. Just saying like a free bird type of like nature vibes with her.
Right.
Truth said she wanted sympathy from her ex. So parents have not been out.
Yeah, and that's a great question too. Who is the woodcutter? Who's the woodcutter guy? Is there an interview with the woodcutter guy out there? You got to remember they're early into some type of investigation right now. So
looking. Haven't they hired people like investigators?
I don't think so either.
They like hired people, but not themselves. Why? Remember the young man that went missing out there, Robinson? Out that way? His dad went all the way out from South Carolina to go out there. Free spirit, yes. What about a dog to sniff her trail? Have they received rain out there? So Chelsea vanished without a trace. But there's some things, you know, wallet's gone, sleeping bag. And then her behavior at the cemetery beforehand of this all happened. Eerie last footage as Chelsea Grimm, 32, goes missing on way to wedding. An eyewitness describes bizarre findings.
Thank you for spending all your time with us today. Please like, share, and become a member too. Thank you, Lollipop. I appreciate the support.
Bing bang. Movements. Her final steps, folks. And now it's her parents. Her dad is like a investor who works for a company called Avity, I believe. The parents of California woman who went missing during a cross-country trip have shared new details about the case. Chelsea Grimm's parents, Stephen and Janet, are asking for the public's help to locate their 32-year-old daughter as police continue to search across several state lines. Picture of the parents. There's Chelsea. This is a September 24th picture before she set sail onto a cross-country trip. On Monday night, the couple appeared on news.
Oh my God!
News Nation's Banfield segment for an exclusive interview to discuss her spontaneous daughter. Dad says she changed plans a lot. This wasn't the first time she ever changed a plan, for sure. On September 24th, Chelsea left her home in San Diego with her pet bearded dragon. She was traveling to a wedding in Connecticut. Then, 3 days into the trip, she met a friend in Phoenix. So that'd be the 27th, right? And called her parents to let them know the drive was taking longer than she had expected. Now, first question.
My bad. I'm sitting here talking to myself the whole entire time. What's going on, Nick? I literally was saying it doesn't make sense. If she got out of her car, the two tires were popped, right? If she friggin' got out of her car, she would have been to where she was going by now. She would have gotten help. She would have knocked on a door. She would have talked to police officers. She would have got to somebody to call police. Two tires are popped. It's obvious you need help. Something, I don't know, it's something sinister or some type of something. Or maybe does she not believe in getting help? I don't know. I would go with no. I believe she does believe in getting help. If you pop your tires and you're on you're traveling wherever and you're in the middle of nowhere, you're gonna what? Try to find the nearest place for help if you don't have no service, right? My bad. I was muted and I was talking too. I had a lot to say. But it's just it's wild. So hello T-REV, so glad to catch a live stream. She had AAA. So she had AAA. But maybe did she not have cell service though? I was literally talking to my whole entire self that whole time I was muted.
Question I have is, when was the wedding? First off, what day was the wedding supposed to be? Now, she traveled from San Diego to Phoenix. Let's see how long that takes. Let's see how long that takes. It takes 5 hours. It takes 5 hours from San.
That sounds crazy though. Like that sounds like some Hills Have Eyes shit, doesn't it? Spike trap you and or sets out a spike strip and hit you and just to capture you. That's some Hills Have Eyes MacGyver shit.
San Diego to Phoenix. Where was she for those 3 days?
Help. That's true.
From the time she left on the 24th to when she was with a friend on the 27th. Where was she the 26th and the 25th? Where was she? When it only takes 5 hours to get there. 5.5 hours, make a couple stops, bathroom break, maybe get yourself a soda at the Circle K, maybe fill her up for gas, probably a tank of gas. What type of car she have? White 2019 Ford Escape.
You said maybe she was out taking pics and camping and fell or something and got hurt. Have they searched the area? I'm sure they are. Someone just said in chat that the PI tweeted out. I want to say tweeted out or released a statement. Said he didn't talk to her. He only saw her car.
She had a white 2019.
They're making progress, is what they're saying.
Let me look a minute. I just want to see the gas mileage on the car.
White movie
2019 Ford Escape. Ford Escape. Gas mileage.
Don't mess around in towns that resemble horror flicks.
Just kind of getting an idea.
Kind of like with the Danilo Cavalcante. I remember when you were at the cornfield, I was like, man, I'm just waiting for somebody to run out in a friggin' horror outfit or some shit.
Okay, so 2019 Ford
I
Escape,
remember that.
according to Phil Long Motor City, this source, let me see, says that you get 21 miles per gallon city, 29 highway. So she probably had to stop at least one time to fill up.
Missy J, what's going on?
Okay, so where was she the 25th and the 26th? Was she already in Phoenix? Was she hanging around Phoenix? Did she stop anywhere between? Did she look at the route? The most likely route that she took to at least get to Phoenix from.
So Kristen says, it feels like foul play and she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. She could have come across people making drugs out in the desert. Maybe she left to sleep outside and came back to pop tires. Huh? That's some wild shit.
From San Diego, unless she went another way, is Interstate 8. Go past Yuma, go along the U.S.-Mexican border, go through lots of...
In my opinion, she wanted to disappear. Someone grabbed her. She did say she wanted to get pics at sunrise. To me, she wasn't in best mental condition, and sleep deprivation will do damage to mental health. Yeah, it can put you in weird states. It definitely could put you in very, very weird states. If she camped near there and used her cell phone all night, she may not have had charge instantly to call 911. That's true too. So Hydra, good to see you. I think it's probably foul play or suicide, even. Who knows?
It's a desert. I've been out there.
If she wanted to disappear and stage it, why pop 2 tires of her own? Yeah, that part just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, that's But can you overstage? I don't know. It's foul. It screams foul play to me. I don't think hoax. That Carly Russell shit is like that's. I think here is most definitely foul play. Or did she just go out into the nature and then get lost? Who knows?
So, what was she doing on the 25th and the 26th? And does that matter? Well, it could lead up to any encounters that she had. Bad encounters following people following her. Any encounters. You would think before someone goes missing, you would want to know if there has been any negative interactions at all with anyone. What do you think? So let me get back to that article. Her parents said she left on September 24th. While she originally had planned to fly, her parents said she recently got a pet bearded dragon and decided last minute to change plans and drive across the country to the wedding so she could bring her pet along. Does anyone know the date of the wedding? I didn't see. Can someone say that again? I'm reading the comments. What day was the wedding? Because to go, it's literally going to be like 3 days to drive herself. Oh, so maybe that's why she called her parents on the 27th and said, oh, I'm not there yet. Because they probably were wondering, where are you? You're supposed to be here.
I pray that's not what happened. In my opinion, she unalived herself, set the scene for foul play. 2 flat tires is unusual. I hope she didn't do that.
Is that it? Like, was she supposed to arrive into Greenwich, Connecticut on the 27th?
It's another one of those loony cases.
Her parents says she change of plan is not uncommon, but said the adventure of this magnitude was a lot, even for Chelsea, who is fairly adventurous. She was originally going to fly because she recently acquired a bearded dragon as a pet, and the airlines wouldn't let her take that on the plane. So the day that she was supposed to fly...
So somebody tagged me in this. Huh? Is this what you're talking about? What's all this? Chelsea Grimm, this picture? I don't know what it is, but... Oh, you're talking about this Bible right here, too. That's what you were talking about. I got you. I see it.
East for the wedding, she called and said, I'm going to drive across the country. And she said, I packed my car, I have my tent, I have my sleeping bag. I might spend a couple nights in a hotel. I might camp. We are sort of going to see how that works. Okay, I have some questions. When was the wedding? She informed her parents at one point she wasn't going to make it to the wedding. But when was the wedding scheduled? Because it looks like she was actually going to fly out.
You said the ex also out there searching with the other ex. Deep dive into it. It's strange. He's a van lifer, and GoFundMe was to live a nomad life, but he showed up right away.
She's originally going to fly out.
Weird.
She couldn't because of the pet dragon. The airlines wouldn't let her take it on the plane. So the day that she was supposed to fly east for the wedding, she called and said, I'm going to drive across the country. So are we talking on the 24th she was scheduled to fly?
Nancy guy.
The wedding was like 2 weeks after the trip. So it was giving her to go out there to spend time with her family and then do this wedding. So she had time. She had margin of error. She left on the 24th. It's a 42-hour drive. I wonder if it was on the 30th. That's a lot of time off to drive there and back. That's a lot of time off work. Or fly, even if the wedding was 2 weeks out. Like, I think my mod said the wedding was like 2 weeks out. So she scraps it at the last minute. So let me ask you guys something mentally. If you were going to go out to a wedding, cross country, and you had all your plans to pack up, go onto the plane, bring your emotional pet, your favorite pet, your animal, your companion, your bearded dragon, whatever, cat, dog, whatever. And you go to the airlines and they say, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, sir. you can't take the pet on the plane. It's my emotion.
The picture, the quality of the picture that I'm seeing, it's not good enough for us to where we could read it. I can kind of see some things, but it says poor PJ. It does say poor PJ. I see that. So I see like an arrow. Again, I'll pull it up for y'all where you can see. Let me make sure you can actually see it though. Right here. So right where I'm circling, it says poor PJ. Again, poor PJ. Circled right there. So that's very interesting. Thank you for tagging me in that, by the way. A woman who drives across country to take care of her lizard is not going to unalive herself suddenly and abandon her lizard now. She said we might get a hotel or camp. Who is we? Yeah, like what the hell do you mean we? When was that pic posted? I'm not sure. Somebody tagged me in it though, and it was just before they just tagged me in it. It's October 17th. So again, it says poor PJ right there. Poor PJ.
Emotional pet. I'm sorry, you should have filled out the paperwork, blah, 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 whatever. You can't. So you're huffing and puffing. You call the people in all the way at the other end, say, oh my God, I can't get on the plane with my animal. So you have an option, not take your animal. But according to the family, she's like, okay, F it, I'm driving. What? Would you drive 40-something hours if you were denied with the mental plan to actually go? And maybe that's more of the spontaneous stuff on her. Changing things all of the sudden. It just seems that.
Hold up. Somebody said, look at the date. I'm going to pull it right back up again. There is a date too. Now I got to go back and look because y'all are seeing stuff I'm not seeing. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I do see it. Very stands out very easily to the left. I just wasn't looking. I was looking at that poor PJ too much. So, yeah, I do see it. So 9/24/23. I would say that's a 4. Almost looks like a 9, but 9/24/23 or 9/29/23. Definitely a number there. So that, and then there's an arrow. I don't know what this says right here. Maybe corn. Kind of looks like corn, but I can't tell. It's the quality. But you could definitely see that it says poor PJ. This says, I definitely can't tell what the hell this says. She left town. She recently became a Bible thumper, like Holy Rollin. Flip of a switch. Wow. She left town on 9/24. So 9/24/23 is when she left. I don't know. This is a little weird. Whoa.
Seems odd to me.
Whoa.
Like the same day you get denied, you instantly say, nope, I'm packing up the car and I'm going.
Whoa.
JLR, can you please watch the video? It tells a lot, in my opinion. The body cam? Yeah, we're going to watch the body cam. I watched it.
Again, the body cam footage. This body cam footage right here.
Right now, and trying to find out, has anybody gone?
The body cam footage that
it was the boyfriend
is being talked about. Let's actually watch it again. We watched it right here.
Well, we start tonight with the developing story. New police.
We don't have to actually watch the. But I want to actually go to where it starts at, which is about right here.
32-year-old Chelsea Grimm just a few days
Watch
before
that body cam
reportedly
again.
disappearing.
I just was doing a photo shoot of the lost soldiers and got a little emotional, so I was crying before I got back on the road.
Yeah, she seems like, just even in her voice too, you can hear it.
Just doing a photo shoot of the lost soldiers and got a little emotional, so I was crying before I got back on the road.
The body cam footage from September 28th was taken by Williams police, who responded to a call of suspicious activity.
Why can't we get the full 7-minute body cam footage though? If they were able to get this but just crop this and release this out, is this maybe the only part where they talked? And the rest was just sitting in the cruiser or what?
At the Williams Cemetery.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're quite all right. I mean,
I was just doing a photo shoot, yeah.
At one point, the officer asks her if she has a hotel to stay at. and she says she didn't.
I don't. I was actually thinking of just camping for the night, but I wasn't really sure exactly yet.
Gotcha. Well,
I didn't plan to be here till sunset.
Okay.
According to family, Grimm was driving from San Diego to Connecticut for a wedding. But in Arizona, she told them she wouldn't make it and was going camping instead. That was the last they heard from her and reported her missing October 4th.
She wouldn't make it and is going camping instead.
Contacted by the Coconino Sheriff's Department on the 5th that some hunters had found her car with 2 flat.
You said I freaked out of the airport, so I rented a car to drive from New York to Texas. I get it. Spontaneous. And thank you for the support to the channel, Hollis. But yeah, good point. I freaked out at the airport, so I rented a car to drive from New York to Texas.
Fires. And she was not in it. The car was locked, and they couldn't find any trace of Chelsea at that point.
Her 2019 white Ford Escape was found north from where the traffic stop happened a week earlier. Grimm's wallet, some clothes, a sleeping bag, and her pet bearded dragon, Rosie, were also gone. Coconino Sheriff Jim Driscoll says foul play is possible.
It's certainly a possibility. We focus on both the person is potentially lost or that there's foul play.
Just hang out here however long you want. You're good to go.
Awesome.
In the footage, the officer tells Grimm where a safe spot to rest is.
You got it.
Appreciate your compassion.
And walks away.
Yeah, you got it. Have a great rest of your day.
So appreciate your compassion.
As authorities now investigate her disappearance, her family hanging on to hope this conversation won't be her last. Jake Cunningham, 12 News.
Yeah, so that's the one that we watched earlier.
Friend that effed her up, and
but in that body cam footage, she definitely, you could tell she was crying.
Gave her a breakdown. And some people were saying, some people were speculating, she got away from the boyfriend. This is something, because something was going on between her and the boyfriend. She had to get away. And maybe she feels too embarrassed to tell her parents. Maybe her parents want higher expectations for her. Remember, her parents are very successful. Is Chelsea successful?
Same.
What kind of job did she work at? Did she go to college? What's her other siblings like? Is she kind of like different than the other siblings? The other siblings established, not established?
Thank you, Jessica.
What's going on with the financial status of Chelsea?
For your outdoor trips, T, love them. Yes, the true crime walks. Yeah, but I think I just dropped that second episode today. I actually meant to drop it yesterday, but we dropped it today, this morning. Thank you.
Who was paying for the flight? Who was going to pay for the travel? Actually, believe it or not, it would be actually cheaper to fly than drive. Driving is tedious. One, she talked about staying at hotels for a couple of days, so you got to pay $100 a night or something at a hotel each night. Gas, let me see, 4 white. Let's see. Gas, I'm just going to do the cost of gas from San Diego, from gas price from San Diego to Greenwich. See how much it costs one way. See? According to travel math, it is $480 one way on gas. And 1,000 round trip. 1,000 round trip. Well, it pretty much says here, there's different formats, but, and now this is, I don't know, it determines the mile per gallon of the car. But she said to her parents, nope, I'm going to drive instead. So she's dropping $519 one way for gas, $1,000 round trip for gas, and 6 days of her time. And tolls, Maribel.
That's a lot.
And tolls. Money's not an issue, though, Ruby Slipper says.
So you're talking about $1,039 round trip.
Is it or is not? Does her parents pay her way? Or does she pay it herself? Who was paying for the flight? And I'm just wondering here, was her intentions really to go out to Connecticut? Or did she use that as an excuse to play her parents? By saying, okay, I'm driving. And then had other plans. and maybe snuck away to Phoenix to get.
That's actually a good point. That's possible because the parents seem, I don't know. Like I said, there's something I can't wrap my head around, or the word that I want to use, but they're calm.
Away from her boyfriend.
Calm. We'll use calm.
Went to Phoenix to meet a trusted companion, someone she met off the internet, some guy, other guy she was talking to, someone she felt trusted with. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. I don't know. You don't.
Nancy says her parents said they offered to buy her plane ticket.
No, we don't know. It's a mystery. That's why we're talking about the mystery. Speculate. That's talk. It's talk, theories, and speculations. What, did she have no intention really to drive out 42 hours? You ever drive on a cross-country trip or say you're going to go somewhere and you start driving and just a quarter into it, you're saying, no, I can't do this. This is too long. That's a long time. Now, when I was 19 years old, I remember I drove from Philadelphia to San Bernardino, California, just to do it, more or less. And I went, and it took me like 3 days to go to cross from Philly. I think I stayed somewhere in like Missouri the first night. And then the second night, I think I stayed down there in Albuquerque area. And then the next one I did Flagstaff and then in. That was a long drive, folks. I guess it's okay if you've never done it before and you just want to sightsee and you want to look at all the trees and the terrain and the mountains and the Arizona, New Mexico terrain there on I-40. I don't know. It's a long way, man. That's a long way when you mentally have in your head that you were supposed to fly.
I believe she's alive. Tammy Fletcher, love the positivity.
She used it as a pet, as an excuse to tell her parents she couldn't fly, and then use that as justification by saying, I'm going to go cross country trip instead, but meet somebody else in Phoenix and get sidetracked in Phoenix.
Thank you. That actually is exactly what I don't want to diss the parents at the same, but it just seems like no sense of urgency from the parents. Exactly how you said it, but as if they know some more details that we don't know about. You know, maybe the parents know something about a boyfriend of hers or somebody that, you know, she's doesn't want her parents to know that she's seeing, or you never know the situations in between a family, right? Maybe they don't approve of a guy that she was talking to, and she's trying to keep that. Yeah, it could be. There's tons of different scenarios, right? This one screams red flag. 2 popped tires on the side of the road. The vehicle's gone. No trace of her. It's all weird. It's strange.
It's not unreasonable to ask. We can't say these things are far-fetched. I don't think I said anything far-fetched yet. I don't think. You know, sometimes my conspiracy theories go a little bit cuckoo. But we're at the no stone left unturned stage. So we got to come up with the backstory and the history. What's your relationship like with her parents? What are her true relationship with her parents? I think I looked at the databases. Most of her family live in Connecticut. Why did she go to San Diego? Why did she go to San Diego? Why did she choose to live in San Diego? Early 30s? Far away from her family. Is this just something she had a job?
Chelsea Grimm is 32 years old. Seen somebody ask about age. I had to look it up too because now I was curious. I think it was, you smell jealous. There's a comment. 32.
Job opportunity out there? Fragile, like a bomb, says she was making some decisions based on mania. I hope she didn't meet up with the wrong person in Williams, Arizona. At the Love's truck stop?
Whoa, bro. I didn't think about it.
A trucker? Homeless person? A migrant at the truck stop? People hitchhiking? Did she encounter someone at the truck stop? Did she ever go to Love's? The ex-boyfriend is super sus. I'm sure authorities see, but here's the thing: is where does the ex-boyfriend live? So we're also talking about a multi-state jurisdictional type of thing here. It's kind of like the problem the Petitos ran in when Gabby Petito went missing, when they tried to call Florida authorities and they wouldn't report her missing, so they called New York authorities. And then
Bible pick. You're asking about the Bible pick. It's right here. So the Bible pick here. Let's go into it. So there you can kind of see it. Maybe it's bigger the way I had it. I mean, I could definitely even save it, right? I can save it. Let's do it this way. Let's save it and zoom in on it. Okay. So boom. Open. Okay, here's the pick here, right? Let's do some zooming in on it. I don't know what you can make out of it, any of this right here, but what you're seeing on the screen is that Bible picture that a lot of you asked about or talk about too, that said PJ, poor PJ right here, and then it has the date 9/24/23 right here with the arrow pointing up. Again, this is the Bible picture that a lot of you are talking about. I'd need to be sedated if my daughter was missing. Damn right, because you'd get your ass out there and search no matter what. You would sell everything you have and literally die poor trying to find anyone that you love. What's going on, Trixie from Virginia? Shout out to you from Virginia, 757. I know when my father died and I had my wedding the week after his funeral, I was so doped up, it wasn't even funny. Thank you, Regina. I appreciate it. Thank you for the gifted. Let's catch up. Cuts on her arms or wrist. What about what's verse 4 about? Can anybody make out a lot of this stuff that's written? Like this part right here, I can't make this out. Does it say God bless? This part definitely says poor PJ. 100%. This says poor PJ. I don't know if this is the best quality pic that's out there of this specifically. Maybe there's a better picture. Maybe there is a better quality picture somewhere of this exact same. I guess if you back up, the quality gets a little better. Maybe you can make that out. God blessed. Good blood. I just can't make this out right here. God bless and protect. So, okay, it says God bless and protect him. Kind of looks like God bless it. God bless is all I can read. God bless and protect. It says God blessed. Is there drug usage? Terry Papp says, I'm feeling her mental state was not good and she got the flat tires and got upset. Got out of the car, locked it, and walked to an area and did the most unimaginable thing to herself. Let's hope that's not what happened. God bless and protect him. So you're saying that's what that says. God bless and protect him. I guess I do see the PRO here. T. Yeah. God bless. PJ is her ex, for anyone wondering. He was arrested yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's something on that I gotta check. That I actually just seen. Let me go take a glance at it real quick. I'll tell you. Here we go. There's two different videos that were just dropped that I gotta check out. There's that JLR actually dropped. We have to check it out. We definitely have to check these out. Hold up one second. We need to check these out right now.
Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. Want to give everyone a new update in the Chelsea Grimm case. Chelsea Grimm, 32 years old. She vanished around the end of September 2023 on her way from San Diego to Connecticut to attend a wedding. She vanished somewhere in Arizona. Look at the guy next to me. His name is Philip John Brenner, the ex-boyfriend of Chelsea. A lot of speculation out there about this guy right here. He was just arrested in Tennessee. Now, let me give you a little bit of backstory. I'm going to talk about this arrest because people are wondering out there, what did he get arrested for? But the back history of this guy, he was apparently an ex of Chelsea, and he put out a GoFundMe after Chelsea went missing, soliciting money. Check out what he said in his GoFundMe.
Here we go.
So he was seeking money to go out there and search for Chelsea somewhere in Arizona. Well, the sister of Chelsea spoke out about that GoFundMe, spoke out about the ex. Check it out. So Philip Brenner, a.k.a. Philip John Brenner, the ex-boyfriend of Chelsea Grimm, set up this GoFundMe for her. And this GoFundMe says Chelsea Grimm search and rescue efforts. He was seeking $30,000, only raised $35. I am Philip, Chelsea Grimm's fiance, he identifies himself as. We have lived together for 8 months and known each other for years. I am extremely close, and she is my other half. She's been missing since 28th of September, and her car was found October 5th, left out of gas with flat tire on the side road by Ash Fork, Arizona, in a dispersed camping areas. She was only supposed to be gone for a week. She is the most amazing woman I've ever met, and she's the love of my life, and I'm so scared. I am here with people with ATVs and drones, and I came in our truck from Ocean Beach last night, and some friends looking for her, spreading flyers around and finding clues to her abrupt disappearance. I've spent several thousand getting people here and for gas and things like binoculars, and would like to push efforts to do the most, and donation is what is driving this. Please help find my baby girl. I miss her so much. I want to know what happened. She was supposed to be camping. Now she's gone. There are no clues or anything or anyone seeing her after her car was left, although there were a few people who saw her right before, including a police interaction at a cemetery she was photographing, and a gas station clerk. She took some photos and said, I'm going into nature, and it's been 2 weeks. It is expensive to search, and I am putting 100% of what I have into finding her. Our goal is $30,000 because this may be ongoing, and we need to be prepared to spend this amount of money. It needs to escalate quickly. Me and my best friend Elias are here in Williams. We did an interview with Williams Grand Canyon News at 4 p.m. 10/13/2023. It's my birthday today. That's Find Her. Facebook.
I said, bro is a scammer. This shit is crazy. Is anybody else finding this as crazy as I am?
Oh my God.
A few moments later.
Share an Instagram post, please, for Chelsea. I'm very emotional right now. This is me right now. I am sorry if I say too much or not enough. Feel free to contact me with any information. Direct message me, Philip or Elias, or any social media platform. Here's the phone number. I will answer every request immediately. I'm doing the most for her, as she would for me or any of you. She is my angel. God bless and Godspeed. And a couple people donated. It's by Philip John Brenner. He identifies as the fiance. I'm hearing ex-boyfriend. What's his role in this? And what do you know about this GoFundMe here? But let's further discuss some more. So he was seeking money to go out there and search for Chelsea somewhere in Arizona. Well, the sister of Chelsea spoke out about that GoFundMe, spoke out about the ex. Check it out.
Crazy.
So the sister of Chelsea Grimm, her name is Sarah McCarthy Grimm, put a public Facebook post message out.
Listen to this.
And listen to this right here. She says, updated 10/17/2023 at 9 a.m. Pacific. My sister Chelsea is still missing. If you have any information, call these numbers there. Report number S2303352. And then she said,
thank you, Osen. I did see your message on Twitter, and I'm going to get back to you.
Do not donate to any GoFundMe pages. They are fraudulent. The one we know of is by her abusive ex, Philip John Brenner, a.k.a. PJ, who is claiming to be her fiance. So the sister of Chelsea saying, do not donate to the ex-boyfriend's GoFundMe. and says he's claiming to be a fiance. So the sister was referring
He's a scammer.
Philip John Brenner as the.
What's going on, Devil Doll? I see you. He's a scammer. You said Brandikin says looked like her arm was bruised in the Bible pic. Why else would she include her arm in that photo so vividly? Regina says T-REV, yes, but was the GoFundMe legit and Chelsea's sister just hate the ex-boyfriend? Was he going to look for her? I just have questions. Devil Doll says, yep, Trev, and just getting lost watching and listening. Oh, I got you. Shout out to you, Devil Doll. GoFundMe page sounds sus. See, the thing is there is a lot of legit GoFundMes out there, but then again, you got to remember that the scammers are out here. There is a scammer that is out here looking to scam any which way they possibly can. You got door-to-door scammers, internet scammers, and GoFundMe scams are quite heard of these days, right? I mean, you hear about them all the time, so it doesn't surprise me. He talks way too much about himself and not his girlfriend. I call bullshit, says Sadie Katz. Blank 66 says maybe her and her ex were both studying the Bible and he quit and thinks he's cut off from the vine. Some good points.
Ex, not the fiance, and it's a fraudulent GoFundMe. What do you think?
We got updates here.
So let's talk about.
We do have updates on this today, so that's what we're watching now. Shout out to JLR for getting those updates.
This Philip John Brenner guy, the ex-boyfriend. We'll call him the ex-boyfriend. Well, he was just arrested 10/23/2023 yesterday, Williamson County, Tennessee. Check it out. So his arrest says for failure to appear. And then some people were speculating, does it have anything to do with Chelsea? Have they picked him up? Is he a suspect? I don't think it's related. I don't think it's related to Chelsea. I think it's dealing with an old case he had in Williamson County back in 2020 for this charge right here. Aggravated criminal trespass. Notice the arrest was on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2020. Possibly that he.
So we see these in cases all the time where they'll have somebody they suspect, and then they'll pick them up on whatever little petty bullshit they have. All right, well, you're going to jail on this. Who knows?
Bailed out on that situation, or maybe got probation or something, and now he got arrested for it. Probably because the spotlight is on him right now in reference to his ex, Chelsea Grimm, missing. She's missing. Where is she? Is she in Arizona? Is it foul play? Did she wander off? Is it a hoax? What's going on in Arizona in reference?
My exact thoughts, Missy.
To the Chelsea Grimm case. We've been talking about this case on my channel. We've shared maps, possible scenarios, and situations. Now that this Brenner guy, X, is incarcerated, will he spill the beans? Will investigators use that opportunity to go out there and interrogate him? Now that he's in custody on a most likely unrelated matter, will they go out there and ask them if he knows anything about the Chelsea Grimm? Was this arrest kind of like a coordinated effort?
I think they
with
will.
Other police departments to get him in on something else and then sit him down at a table, interrogation room, and hopefully he purges and spills the beans or shares something. Maybe he doesn't have any information whatsoever. Maybe he doesn't know anything. And he's just put out there that, you know, in his mind, he's still part of Chelsea's life and he was trying to help her and initiate a search team out there in Arizona to help her in his mind. Or, you know, what's going on? Maybe Chelsea's sister, who said that it's the ex and it's a fraudulent GoFundMe, maybe she doesn't know the situation in his shoes. A lot of unknowns here, but we're following this case extensively. This is the case of Chelsea Grimm. Where could she be? And she also had a pet dragon with her. She had a pet dragon. So very scary situation. Every day it gets colder and colder out there. Is she just out there camping? Remains to be seen, but I'm following this case extensively. So subscribe to my channel, like, hit the notification button, praying for Chelsea's family, praying for everyone involved in the community.
Yeah, there's some wild stuff in this Chelsea Grimm. There's, like I said, a couple of updates. That's on Philip Brenner.
Jonathan Lee Riches
Another
investigates.
one.
I got
Another
some new
update from today.
information in the Chelsea Grimm case. Riches investigates. I got some new information in the Chelsea Grimm case. Chelsea Grimm, 32 years old, vanished somewhere in
about an hour
Arizona
ago.
at the end of September. She was on her way from San Diego to Connecticut to attend a wedding. Something happened in Arizona. Let's talk about her boyfriend. This is the new information. Her boyfriend, Philip John Brenner, just got arrested in Tennessee. He's locked up. He's incarcerated. He's behind bars. But I want to show you his Instagram. Very interesting. It paints a picture of who this guy is. Reason why I'm showing his Instagram and talking about Philip John Brenner is he's the ex-boyfriend of Chelsea. There's some sort of possible problems that were going on with that relationship. He made a GoFundMe soliciting money. He referred to himself as Chelsea's fiance. Chelsea's sister called him out on it. Said it's a fraudulent GoFundMe.
FTA.
Not the fiance. He's an ex. And he's just got arrested. So let me share with you his Instagram, and then we will further discuss. This is the public Instagram profile of Philip John Brenner, ex-boyfriend to missing 32-year-old Chelsea Grimm. His profile is John Brenner 615. 615 would be the area code of Tennessee, where Philip John Brenner was just arrested. You can see followers 315, following 545 people. Is Philip John Brenner a suspect? Is he involved with the disappearance of Chelsea Grimm? January 16th, he makes a Instagram. This is the last public Instagram post that he made of a desert. Look, remote. Kind of looks like this similar terrain where Chelsea went to in Arizona. Or is that California? Here's another photo. It looks like Mr. Brenner here is on the left. I think he's the left one with the cowboy hat, correct? He's with another guy holding some food, it looks like, a beer.
Hi.
And then here is a ocean. Is this the San Diego area where Chelsea was living before she vanished? January 16th, he posted this. And look at this. Looks like a certain vehicle here. We have another one. SUV. So we have two cars it looks like Brenner has that he posted on January 16th. And then he also posted another picture. He's posting a lot of posts on January 16th. This is a photo of himself. And here's another one, January 16th. It looks like it's inside some sort of mobile home, it looks like. If you look in the background of this photo, it looks like a mobile home. Motorcycles, January 16th. Now remember, Chelsea, her last Instagram post, she was trying to sell artwork, and there was a motorcycle on her post, and it also a notebook on there said sell bike. Looks like these motorcycles are in a parking lot with a BMW there. Oh, look what that is. He's posting January 16th photos of illegal narcotics.
Interesting.
Here's something on best day of my life. Singing under the sun. And that's looks like Brenner here, shirtless with a guitar on a street. Let's analyze this. Just reading the comments here. Interesting. What is this? What is this right here? Is this bars, jail bars, or guitar strings? What is going on here? Music guided meditation.
I was just hanging around.
What?
My little mystery, that girl's killing me. So I just sang along. She was a heartache on the dance floor. Yeah, she still hit through my mind. I got to know her name. I got to see her name. Got me wondering, I'm just wondering where she at, where she at, where she at tonight. Where she at, where she at, where she at tonight. You guys are so much fun.
Well, it looks like that photo was taken. Looks like that photo was taken somewhere on the beach. And then here's a photo of him.
He looked young.
What's that? Games? Guitar strings? What's that? So it got a lot of guitar stuff. So the guy likes to play guitar. Following 545 people. Don't forget to smile. This is Philip John Brenner. Now he's currently incarcerated. Looks like on some old charges. Back in 2020, Williamson County, Tennessee. Is he involved with the disappearance of missing 32-year-old Chelsea Grimm? He also set up a GoFundMe claiming that Chelsea was his fiance. Let me know what you think. So let me know what you think. Do you think Philip John Brenner is a suspect in the disappearance of missing 32-year-old Chelsea Grimm? No one knows where she is. She vanished. Car was found. Doors locked. Flat tires. She had a pet dragon with her that vanished with Chelsea, along with a sleeping bag and her wallet. Where could she be? Does Philip John Brenner know things about this case? Is he involved with this in any way? He claims he was out there searching for her or wanted to go out searching. Apparently, he was with another guy by the name of Elias, a guy from...
Yep, which is the video that we're going to check out next. JLR had made, which is on Elias.
New York, who went all the way down to Arizona to help look for Chelsea. This is Ashbrook Williams.
Yeah, the one that you're talking about here is here, right here, right? It says poor PJ. And maybe this looks like some numbers here. I can't tell, maybe 16, but then again, this was pointed out 9/24/23. Poor PJ. God bless, protect him. Yeah, definitely. Maybe it is because it looks like an M there for sure. So that's that.
Area of Arizona, I-40 across the northern part of the state. This is around the Grand Canyon area. Or if Philip John Brenner is not involved, does he know who could be involved? Did Chelsea have any negative interactions with Philip John Brenner's friends, associates? Because it's a mystery.
Ooh.
This is a complete mystery. Chelsea, she ventured out and went to Phoenix on her way to Connecticut and then met someone there and was going to have lunch the next day. And then she called that off. And then a couple days later, she was at the northern part of the state, had an interaction with law enforcement at a cemetery. She was crying. Officer asked her if she was on marijuana. It's a wild case, folks. Looking into this case, where is 32-year-old Chelsea Grimm? Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. I am JLR Investigates.
Yeah, this is most definitely shady. There ain't no doubt about that. Now let's find out more about Elias. I don't even know how to say this dude's last name, so I'm gonna let JLR butcher it for me.
Jonathan Lee Rich's investigation.
We're gonna learn a little bit more about who this dude is.
I want to give you some new information in the Chelsea Grimm case. Chelsea Grimm, 32 years old, vanished somewhere in Arizona at the end of September of this year. She was on her way from San Diego to Connecticut to attend a wedding. Something happened in Arizona. Now, you see Chelsea right next to me. You also see a guy named Elias. We're going to talk a little bit about this Elias guy, because this Elias guy is out in the Arizona area, allegedly right now, looking for Chelsea. But who is he and why is he there? Now, I'm going to show you a video of Elias with PJ. And you might have heard the name PJ. We've made a video about.
You know about it, Mama Callie. It's a lot. Her tire slashed, side of the road. Something about a woodcutter. Somebody said woodcutter was debunked, but that's talked about. Whether it's debunked or not, I haven't seen it. But supposedly she talked to a woodcutter. She didn't need no help. But 2 tires slashed, or I don't know if they're slashed or what, or how they went flat. But all we know is 2 tires were flat. She's missing. Nowhere to be found. When you see her parents talk on the news, when I look at them and I observe them speaking, it's as if they are calm. They're super calm. They're not worried about if, I don't know. That's the vibes I get from the parents.
PJ, Philip John Brenner, the ex of Chelsea. Now I'm going to share this clip with you and then we will further discuss.
Hello, everybody. This is Elias and PJ, the friend and fiance of Chelsea Grimm. She has gone missing just over a week and a half ago in Williams, Arizona area. Her vehicle was found disabled on a local road here, which is Forest Station Road 6, about a week and a half ago.
Hold up. Nancy H says this feels exactly like what everyone did to Jack D after the Idaho murders. It's a very good point.
With local media stations, and also we're providing our GoFundMe stuff. If any of you want to help us get some boots on the ground,
I'll give you that.
Get us any camping supplies or stuff that we can do to help locate her being. It would be greatly appreciated.
Thank you, Delana.
We're going to be in local news tomorrow from here to the Grand Canyon. And tomorrow night we should be on Channel 8 and Channel 12 live television. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful night.
Bless you.
So in that clip, Elias and PJ are together.
I actually got it. Yeah, I see your message that you sent. You said the GFM was either set up by PJ, and what is it, Elias or Elias, the guy he took out there with him, who is a longtime con artist, or Elias himself, allegedly, which he has claimed out loud he himself set up the GFM and would take it down, but never did. Elias is most likely the one who did it when PJ left town suddenly. There's a lot to it. Elias stayed and started mooching off a guy named Ray, who was camping out there. He said started harassing the guy and tried to use Chelsea's story to get money from him. Ray kicked him off his campsite and he started harassing another family. He started harassing another family there and slept on the dirt. Elias stated PJ left him without a car, but somehow he made it to Sedona. I live in the state, so I went there 2 days after he was seen at a store. So you said, so I went there 2 days after he was seen at a store telling him about Chelsea, and they said he left driving in a creepy old white van. Yesterday, he also posted he was in Tempe selling his art. He was in Tempe selling his art. Elias was supposed to be going to New York to get his traveling van to come back and search, but it's clear now that he was just trying to hang on to this for money and pretends he's out they're searching when he's not.
Oh my God.
So that's the scoop on that, huh? That's coming from Oznet on Twitter. I did see. I see you said check it. I see the details on that.
Searching for Chelsea. PJ Philip John Brenner is now in jail. He's now in custody in Tennessee. What in the world is going on here, people? What in the world is going on here? PJ put out a GoFundMe soliciting funds. I'm going to share that GoFundMe because he also mentions Elias in the GoFundMe. And in this GoFundMe, Mr. Brenner says, I am very emotional right now. This is me right now. I'm sorry if I say too much or not enough. Feel free to contact me with any information. Direct message me, Philip, or Elias on any social media platform. Here's the phone number. I will answer every request immediately. And then Chelsea's sister put out a public post saying that the GoFundMe is fraudulent. PJ, who identified in the GoFundMe that he was a fiance, she says it's an ex. Do not donate to any GoFundMe pages. They are fraudulent. The one we know of is by her abusive ex, Philip John Brenner, a.k.a. PJ, who is claiming to be her fiance. So the sister of Chelsea saying, do not donate to the ex-boyfriend's GoFundMe. What in the world is going on here? Elias is out there searching. He said in a public post recently that he was approached by private investigators and he was griping about meeting private investigators.
Sure, that anybody that's into true crime and follows true crime, I personally think you should have Twitter too, because a lot of the experts speak out about cases, and that's where you'll catch a lot of leaks at, believe it or not. But I hear people go, I hate Twitter.
In that area.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. October 19th. Still on the search for Chelsea Grimm. I'm out here in an undisclosed location in the desert, Sonoran Desert, where Chelsea Grimm's vehicle was found. I've now been contacted by 2 private investigators asking me for my information regarding her thing. They're expecting me to drive to their location, meet up, and these are paid people, mind you. And nowhere in any of the conversation did they offer to come meet me halfway. They're asking me for all my information, and they're also asking me to extend my people and my efforts and my money to go meet with them. At least they could have done was come meet with me at my location. Tell me what you guys think about this.
So what is this all about? Elias is allegedly from New York, went down there on his own dime looking for money. Is his intentions good or bad? I would love to talk to Elias. If Elias is aligned with PJ, who's in jail, and the sister of Chelsea says PJ's GoFundMe was fraudulent, assuming that the sister does not like PJ, that would be the ex. What's their thoughts? What's the family's thoughts on Elias looking around for Chelsea in that area, in the Arizona area? Is his intentions good or is his intentions bad? Is PJ involved with this in any way and brought Elias into this? Why did this guy come from New York all the way down to Arizona? Love to talk to him. If you're out there, let's talk. The GoFundMe that PJ set up, which the sister said was fraudulent, said reach out to us at any time. Well, I'm reaching out. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button.
He said, I'm reaching out. I am reaching out. Again, for most who missed just the story in general, it's another one right here. This one's weird. Let's see. His mustache is out of control. Almost died. Who whines about PIs getting paid to search for someone? Elias is sus as fuck. He's an opportunist. Tammy says, I'm not making fun of this case, but this is like a bad Lifetime movie. This poor girl wanted away from it all.
Trying to do
Dive in again.
a series on the lost and the forgotten people in this country.
Okay. I'm just looking at her arm for any scratches or anything. See if I can see anything out of the normal.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Now missing herself. This body camera video is one of the last known sightings of Chelsea Grimm, a California.
What can we get the full? Where's the full 7 minutes? And anybody know where the full 7 minutes is? They said the body cam's out, and I see part of it. We watched part of it, but they said that it was 7 minutes. So I'm only seeing about clip, maybe 50 seconds to a minute and a half of it. 2 minutes at best.
California woman who vanished.
Not very well. As every day goes by, it's harder and harder to stay positive and upbeat, and we try to keep focused on the end goal, which is to bring Chelsea home safely.
What started as a cross-country road trip quickly turned into a parent's worst nightmare when 32-year-old
you know what?
Chelsea Grimm went missing without a trace. Her parents now left with more questions than answers in their desperate search for their daughter.
It's a nightmare, and it's one that you never could have imagined yourself in and wouldn't wish on anybody. But having said that, we're hanging in there. We're holding on to hope, putting our faith in the law enforcement professionals.
Grimm was last seen on September 30th in Ash Fork, Arizona, about 50 minutes west of Flagstaff. Just days before, she'd set off on a cross-country road trip.
I didn't see one.
Leaving San Diego, headed to Connecticut for a family member's wedding. Grimm's mother, Janet Grimm, says just before she was set to fly out east, her daughter made a last-minute change of plans.
Chelsea was going to fly home for a wedding.
Dude, the parents are giving me like calm vibes, and I'm not accusing the parents of anything. What I'm saying is I feel like they know more information, and maybe they're just not, that stress level. But everybody, everybody's different. We all have different personalities. So, but I'm getting a calm vibe from these parents, right? I'm getting a calm vibe.
In Connecticut, well, New York. She was flying home to go to this wedding and see us. And the day she was supposed to get on the airplane, she emailed Steve and said that she was going to drive across country instead. And so that was on the 24th of September.
Chelsea's father, Stephen Grimm, says it wasn't surprising his daughter made this last-minute change.
I would say it's not at all out of character for her to change plans at the last minute. That was a characteristic of her. She had adopted this dragon lizard. Bearded dragon. She had adopted the bearded dragon, and
I appreciate the support.
Said she didn't want to come without it, and she couldn't bring it on the plane. So that ostensibly was the reason that she gave us.
Alone, traveling only with her bearded dragon, Grimm set off toward the East Coast. But several days into her trip, she told her parents she wouldn't make it in time for the wedding. That conversation and update was the last time her parents heard from her.
The last contact, we were texting back and forth with her, and she said, I've driven for 3 days. I'm in Arizona. I'm not going to make it to the East Coast for the wedding. I think I'm going to just skip the wedding and stop here for a day or two and do some camping. She had her tent and her sleeping bag with her in the car when she left. And then radio silence. And she had told us she was going to probably be out of fun range for a couple of days. So a couple of days.
That's good. That's like reading into the behavior.
We weren't alarmed. But then when 2 or 3 more days went by, and we usually texted or talked to her daily. So when a couple of days went by and we hadn't heard from her, we got really worried. So we called it in as a missing persons report on the 4th of October.
Investigators confirmed one of her last encounters was with law enforcement on the 28th. Body camera video shows an officer approach Chelsea's vehicle outside of a cemetery.
I wonder if most of the 7 minutes of this body cam footage is him in the vehicle, and there's just this little exchange.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I just was doing a photo shoot of the lost soldiers and got a little emotional, so I was crying before I got back on the road.
Chelsea can be heard telling the officer she's a bit emotional after working on a photo shoot about fallen soldiers.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure someone called it in. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're quite all right. I mean,
I was just doing a photo shoot. Yeah. Packed up. I'm gonna leave soon.
Okay.
But I just didn't want to drive like that. Sad.
I got you. You've been smoking a little bit of marijuana?
Earlier today. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Do you have your license on you by any chance? Yeah.
He said, "Cool. Do you have your license on you by any chance?"
Yeah, it's just, I'm trying to do a series on the lost and the forgotten people in this country.
She later discusses where to stay while she's on the road before parting ways with the officer.
I know you told me that you smoked marijuana and you're kind of, well, obviously I would be in an emotional state as well. I don't know if you want somebody else to drive you or if you just want to hang out here for a little bit longer, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah, if it's okay with you if I hang out here for another like 15 or 20 and then head on the road, that would be my plan, I think.
Yeah, I don't see any signs of impairment or anything like that, so.
Yeah, no, with my eyesight and then crying, it's not the best combination at night.
That's what I feel, Devil Doll. I feel like she's definitely upset over something. She's definitely upset over something. I feel the same way. Brittany says, definitely, Trev. My sister has been an addict for 15 years, and those parents know more than they're saying. I personally think this is a drug-related, as there have been stories of drug addiction with Chelsea. So I haven't seen those stories, but thank you for sharing. And there's just something that they're calm. It's like they know something, It was kind of like when with Chelsea Wiley, when she went missing, and on the channel, I brought attention to her missing, and then she ended up being found within like 2 days or whatever. So it's it's very similar.
I
was like, I'm just gonna like cry on the road, or I'm just gonna sit here and cry. So I
got
have my dragon, and I'm just.
Oh, that's freaking cool! I didn't even notice that.
Thanks, Rosie.
Wow, Rosie,
I think she's asleep.
Wow, right on.
She got bored.
Yeah. Do you have like a hotel around here or anything?
I don't. I was actually thinking of just camping for the night, but I wasn't really sure exactly yet.
Gotcha. Well,
I didn't plan to be here until sunset.
Okay, you can't camp in the city limits. It's kind of like a city statute we have.
Okay, good.
But you can always go. I don't know if you can see like the yellow lights over there, the Loves. It's a trucker stop in the gas station area. You can just sleep there. Nobody will bother you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
love that.
Yeah,
get some good shots.
Just on a young lady out there sleep at a truck stop. I definitely no.
Sunrise too there.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sunrise
Nice
here
to
too.
remind it,
If you ever want to take photo shoots of like the statues in the morning, dude, it's really cool because the sun like rises right behind them.
Amazing. Okay, I'll probably stay at the truck stop then, save some money, and then come over for the sunrise.
You got it.
Cool.
All right. Well, you have a great time.
Well, she was very into photography. And she had done some articles and some photography in San Diego as part of the way she was supporting herself. And so to hear that she was doing a story on lost veterans is not unusual.
Truckers couldn't.
I don't know the circumstances under which.
Yeah, I mean, dude, at a truck stop, I definitely wouldn't. I don't know. She said she was thinking about camping somewhere, and he was like, there's a truck stop over there. You can't do that in our city. So, but still, the young lady truck stop, nah, I'm not doing. Nope.
She was taking pictures in a graveyard at night, so I really don't make anything of it because it would be just speculation.
The last known sighting of Grimm was 2 days later on September 30th in Ash Fork, Arizona, about 20 miles away from Williams. A woodcutter there saw her camping in her car and asked if she was okay. Grimm said she was doing fine, but she hasn't been heard from since. Her parents say it was normal for their daughter to camp alone.
She has had a lot of training in camping, and it's something that she has done in the past. She hasn't done it recently since she's moved to San Diego, but well, actually she had done it in August. She had gone camping in August, but up until then, I mean, I wouldn't really characterize her as an outdoor girl, a wilderness kind of person, but she certainly had the skills to do that.
Prior to her disappearance, Grimm's parents say she went through a breakup and that her mental state was off.
I would say yes, but I also think it's fair to say she didn't seem completely even. She seemed pretty uneven that last day or two.
What do you mean by uneven? Could you give me more about that?
Just that she was, she had a lot on her mind that she was expressing through texts that she was taking into her phone as she was traveling. And, you know, she was upset with a boy she was dating. She was scared of him. We feel like she was running away from him. And I think overall, you know, that was affecting a lot of her mindset. They had broken up, and, you know, he had posted things on social media, etc. So they're very well aware of him. But as to Chelsea's state of mind, I think it was affected by him and their breakup or the way they departed.
But Stephen Grimm says he doesn't believe his daughter would hurt herself.
It's not inconceivable, but we really don't think that was her state of mind when you look at what she was saying to us and that sort of thing. You know, it's not impossible. It's not, it has not been ruled out. But, you know, they've done a very, very thorough search of a 3-mile radius around where the car was found. And so one would think that if he had come to the worst, we would have found some evidence of that by now. There have been hunters, loggers, there have been the search parties.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Hold up 1 second, too. Let me pull this, exit that, minimize that, and let's get back to our full update with JLR.
Authorities out there in Wyoming and everyone out there was looking. So we got multiple states involved here. Boyfriend lives in California. Has the authorities gone to the boyfriend's house? Knock, 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 knock. Hello, sir. What's his name? What's the boyfriend's name? Ex-boyfriend in San Diego, homeless. Hello. Okay, find his homeless camp, whatever. Sir, where was your whereabouts? September 27th. Where was your whereabouts? 24th, 25th. Did she take the boyfriend with her? If she took a ride with a stranger, anything could happen. But we could call this a huge adventure.
All of that.
It's something most dudes would not do. Is just say, hey, I'll up on the fly. Yeah, I just want to drive across the country. Like the Griswolds did when they went to Wally World from Chicago. Yeah, we're just going to drive to Wally World. Look at all the type of stuff that happened to Griswolds when they drove to Wally World. Their car fell apart and all kinds of stuff. And Eddie out there in the desert. Fictional movie, by the way.
Thank you, CK. I appreciate the love.
Fictional movie. But you get my point. Driving across. Weird things happen in the desert. When I think of the desert in nighttime.
Did somebody say in chat earlier this was an hour away from where Daniel Robinson went missing?
I think of like Zodiac, and I think of just like Hills Have Eyes people that come out of the woodwork. That's what I think about. In these unregulated areas. Car was found locked. Yes. Did the car run out of gas? September 24th, Chelsea left her home in San Diego. September 27th, Chelsea met with a friend in Phoenix. Who was the friend? Who was the friend? And where was she at between the 25th and the 26th? Because these chain of events happened relatively, you know, with a lot here. But where was she at the 25th and the 26th? It's only a 5.5 hour ride according to maps, from San Diego to Phoenix, unless she took another route.
Voila. Luna Chris said, if PJ was searching for her in Arizona, how was he arrested in Tennessee?
27. Chelsea was seen at a hotel in Seligman. Uh-oh. My drive came on. Give me 1 second. I gotta fix this. I'm trying to do my report here, and my drive came on. September 27th, last day Chelsea talked with her parents. The 28th, body cam footage from shows Chelsea talking with a police officer with Williams, Arizona. The 30th, Chelsea talked with a woodcutter in Ash Fork, Arizona. Parents file a missing persons report on the 4th. So it doesn't look like she went very far from Phoenix up north, dead north. And, you know, look at the map, too. You look at the map going from San Diego to Greenwich. Like, but not only did she stop in Phoenix, but then she made a beeline north.
Voila.
And was lurking around there for days. So what is this all about? Does law enforcement not really care? Like, is this like, did they just file the police report and they're just like, nah, let the parents, they got money. Let them hire private PIs and look around. Let them figure it out. Is this all hands on deck, or is this the police like, something fishy about this in reference to her? Maybe it is a hoax. Maybe it's not. The battery wasn't dead because the alarm went off. Fox 5 submitted a request for the body cam footage.
I don't see anything on a reward for Chelsea Grimm.
Williams Police Department in Arizona. The footage revealed that someone had called in a suspicious person who was sitting in their car. Police responded to the area, and the footage shows an officer talking with Chelsea, who had said that she was taking photos at the cemetery for a project about missing soldiers and had gotten emotional. Now, you're going on a cross-country trip to a wedding. How does a project for missing soldiers come into play here? Or was she lying to police? Or did she say, well, on my way to this wedding, 42 hours away, a 42-hour drive away, I'm just going to stop at a cemetery and do a project? She was crying in her car before driving off. We're going to play that footage. I'm going to play that footage because I watched this a few times, and I'm like, some weird stuff here going on. I'm going to get this footage, and then we'll play it. It's like a 2-minute encounter. It's like a 2-minute encounter. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this together. We're gonna watch this together, folks. It's like a 2. Oh my God, I got a glare.
Yep.
Oh
a little glare. Same one we watched. What's going on, Alicia? Really cook.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I just was doing a photo shoot of the lost soldiers and got a little emotional, so I was crying before
okay. I'm just making sure someone called it in. So
I'm sorry.
No, you're quite all right. I mean,
I was just doing a photo shoot. Yeah. Packed up. I'm gonna leave soon.
Yeah, he did 8 minutes ago. He said, why haven't the parents of a missing 32-year-old Chelsea Woods gone out to Arizona to search for her? No reward offered. Chelsea's parents are rich from Greenwich, Connecticut. Something is not adding up, which leads to me saying exactly what I said earlier. They seem calm, and behind the scenes, they know more details. That's the vibe I get when I see them talking on Law and Crime and News Nation. That's just the vibe I'm getting.
Okay.
But I just didn't want to drive like that. Sad.
I got you. You've been smoking a little bit of marijuana?
Earlier today, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have your license on you by any chance?
Yeah.
Gets me all emotional too.
Yeah, it's just, I'm trying to do a series on the lost and the forgotten people in this country.
I know you told me that you smoked marijuana and you're kind of, well, obviously I would be in an emotional state as well. I don't know if you want somebody else to drive you or if you just want to hang out here for a little bit longer, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah, if it's okay with you, if I hang out here for another like 15 or 20 and then head on the road, that would be my plan,
Sure.
I think.
Yeah, I don't see any signs of impairment or anything like that. So
Yeah, no, I mean, with my eyesight and then crying, it's not the best combination at night.
I
I
totally
was like,
understand.
I'm just gonna like cry on the road, or I'm just gonna sit here and cry. So I
got
have
you.
my dragon, and I'm just.
Oh, that's freaking cool! I didn't even notice that.
Thanks, Rosie.
Wow, Rosie,
I think she's asleep.
Wow, right on.
She got bored.
Yeah. Do you have like a hotel around here or anything?
I don't. I was actually thinking of just camping for the night, but I wasn't really sure exactly yet.
Gotcha.
I didn't plan to be here till sunset.
Okay, you can't camp in the city limits. It's kind of like a city statute we have.
Okay, good to know.
But you can always go. I don't know if you can see like the yellow lights over there, the Loves. It's a trucker stop in the gas station here. You can just sleep there. Nobody will bother you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
love that.
Yes.
Get some good shots at sunrise too there.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sunrise here too. If you ever want to take photo shoots of like the statues in the morning, dude, it's really cool because the sun's like rises right behind them.
Amazing. Okay, I'll probably stay at the truck stop then, save some money, and then come over for the sunrise.
You got it.
Cool.
All right. Well, you have a
what's your
great
name?
time.
All right. So I asked her about her financial status, and she said, I want to save some money.
Mm-hmm.
But her parents have a lot of money. And what were you doing at a photo shoot or photo of a cemetery of soldiers at night? Don't you think you would have done your thing during the day? You can't see at night. Pitch black out there, no lights except your car lights. And you're going to do some sort of shoot about soldiers? Sounds very sketchy, and she's crying. You're going to get emotional off something you hardly can see at night? Tombstones or whatever? Grave sites at night, you can't even see them? And admitted that you smoked some marijuana and you're crying? Or was she parked there speaking to somebody on the phone? Can police... That looked like, according to the body cam records, this happened at 9/28, 2023, 20:40 hours. You're making a video at night? Listen.
I mean, it's just it's strange that her vehicle is found with those two pop tires. Like I said, if she wanted to get help, she could have reached police or been to the nearest house or found somewhere.
I do all types of videos. I cover reports all the time. My enemy is nighttime because you can hardly see. Was her phone found in the car? In her car? Can authorities or her parents or anyone check her phone records and see on 9/28/2023, a little bit before the hours of 20:40, if she was talking on the phone to anyone or who she was communicating with on the phone? It's very, very odd behavior. And we said, and she said, oh, I'm going to camp out to save some money. So what is her financial status? I mean, she doesn't have her parents have got loaded money. She doesn't have no phone in the car. Well, they could probably get the call detail through the phone company to determine if she was on the phone or texting anyone at the time.
Now, somebody just told me the PI that the family hired was insinuating on his News Nation interview that Chelsea was snorting and not crying in the car when she was approached by the cop. Again, so Osnet messaged me and said the PI that the family hired was insinuating on his News Nation interview that Chelsea was snorting and not crying in the car when she was approached by the cop.
But she's alone in the cemetery.
Snorting is what? Drug?
At night, claims to the officer that she's doing some sort of project I think that's bogus. I think it's just, and she's crying and she's emotional.
Where's this PI's interview again? News
And under the influence, most likely. Though the cop said, I don't think you're impaired. The cop's like, yo, if you did some marijuana, and look, you're not driving here right now. Some laws, though, if you're sitting in your car and you're under the influence, or you're appear to be, or admit that you did drugs, and the officer technically had probable cause to bring her out and do her sobriety, even with the keys in the car if the car was on. Some states not. Some states you actually have to be driving. Now the question is, if the officer, he could have maybe saved her life by bringing her in.
I don't see it.
Finding reason to bring her in. But I don't think she did a crime. It's just weird stuff. It's weird. And I'm not buying it. I'm not buying her story there. I think she was lying. I think she was hiding something.
Agreed. I think that she was hiding something. If you got some weed, or they don't really care about that, obviously, where she was at, but anything outside of that, it's possible.
I really do. During the footage, Chelsea had her bearded dragon with her in the front seat. She told the officer she planned to camp in her car that night. The officer said she couldn't stay in her car in Williams per city ordinance. The officer told her the Love's truck stop nearby could be a good option to stay in the car overnight. During the interview, Grimm's parents said that they saw the video and didn't think anything seemed out of the ordinary. What do you mean? There's a lot of red flags in that footage.
Yeah.
To me, why does the parents think nothing is out of the ordinary there?
Tons of red flags.
To me, that seems like huge red flags. On a number of fronts.
To me, to be honest with you, my first impression on seeing and hearing her talk from the car, it sounded like she was crying to me. I don't know about snort, but for me, it sounded like she was crying.
Discuss. You guys might have more. It just doesn't make sense. Just a few days after the encounter with police, Chelsea's car was found with 2 flat tires on the outskirts of Ash Fork in Arizona. 2 flat tires. Her parents are hoping it's a good sign that her car was found in the condition it was. There's a chance that she got a ride out of there. She seemed to have left the car
could have been
in an organized way. It was locked. She had taken her wallet, we think, her phone, and her sleeping bag, among other things, along with the bearded dragon.
She sounded depressed.
Chelsea has always had a special spot in her heart for children, elderly people, and animals. And she would never leave.
Can we bring Chelsea Grimm home? Can we bring Chelsea Grimm home? And what I mean by we is the community in general. Share it, Pat. Any videos, anything, any information, share it around. Share it around with your friends, family, people on the internet, all your platforms. Post it up. Post interesting things like the body cam footage and JLR's breakdowns on it, because he has some really good deep dives into this. And
leave an animal behind. She just wouldn't do it.
My first time seeing it.
So I think that it's a telltale sign. I tend to agree. Like maybe she left him. Maybe she left on her free will. There's no foul play of signs of struggle, according to the family. Her parents are hoping people will recognize her because of her bearded dragon and a notable tattoo of a vine on her left arm. So that's the father, right? But let's talk.
Oh, by the way, update on the prison escapees. The prison escapee, the guy that shot himself, that shot at the U.S. Marshals, ended up dying, but he was a murder suspect. I guess he was the guy that they found was wanted for murder.
Talk about the father a little bit. He has a lot of money. Chelsea, I don't think, has a lot of money. There's the vehicle, the 2019 vehicle. Not saying that people don't have, with money don't drive cheaper cars. I drive a Kia. Save money. I get it. But when I travel out there and do my work, I'm not into the camping out there when I have a way to sleep in a hotel.
That I don't know. That I don't know. No.
And then what's up with the GoFundMe, folks? What's up with the GoFundMe? This GoFundMe that was set up by the ex. People are saying it's a fraudulent GoFundMe. Why would the ex set up a GoFundMe?
I definitely need to spend some time today digging into this, though. There's a lot of different angles here. There's a lot of angles here.
As he refers to the fiance. Was this a start? And it doesn't look like the GoFundMe. I have the GoFundMe here. Was this a ploy? A money-making ploy? Is this a scam going on? Why does this GoFundMe only have, this is the GoFundMe, by the way. Why does the GoFundMe only have $35 raised out of $30,000? She didn't get very far in 3 days. Yeah, don't knock the Kia. Oh, by the way, you know why I like my Kia? One, my insurance is dirt cheap. And two, I get 40 miles to the gallon. I can get
something's off. In this case, I'm sorry, something's off. Something's just not adding up. Parents too calm. Nope, not buying it. Something's off here.
Literally for 30, some 32, 33, $34, depends on gas. Right now, I get a full tank and I get almost 500 miles. Does wonders. Efficient. I recommend a Kia. Kia, give me a sponsorship. Chelsea Grimm search and rescue efforts. I am Philip, Chelsea Grimm's fiance. We have lived together for 8 months and known each other for years. I am extremely close and she is my other half. She has been missing since September 28th.
Yeah, very weird. You're right.
He uses the date the 28th. And her car was found October 5th, left out of gas with a flat tire on the side of the road by Ashford in the dispersed camping areas. She was only supposed to be gone for a week. Whoa. So according to him, first off, I heard that they broke up. And according to him, if she left on the 24th, he's saying that she was only supposed to be gone for a week. When was September 24th? What day was that? Well, if it takes 3 days to get out there and 3 days to get back, how many days was Chelsea supposed to spend in Greenwich? The sister posted he was an abusive person and he was fraudulently trying to get money. They were already broken up. So a scam. He's using his own ex-girlfriend, as a money-making ploy. According to the sister. I'd like to hear this guy's side of the story, though, right? Wouldn't we like to hear his side of the story? Has he spoke? Has the ex came out on record at all to speak? Has he come out? Mr. Philip Brent. And who is Brenner? I have to dig in on this guy. I'm going to do that. So he says, and he's saying that she ran out of gas. She was only supposed to be gone for a week. She was the most amazing woman I've ever met, and she's in love of my life, and I'm so scared. I am here with the people with ATVs and drones, and I come in our truck from Ocean Beach last night, and some friends looking for her, spreading flyers around and finding clues to her abrupt disappearance. I have spent several thousands getting people here and for gas and things like binoculars and would like to push efforts and do the most, and donation is what is driving this. Please help find my baby girl. I miss her so much. I want to know what happened. She was supposed to be camping. How does he know that? I thought she was supposed to be going to a wedding.
Supposed to be she was supposed to be going to a wedding in Greenwich, Connecticut. She was driving from California all the way to Greenwich, Connecticut. Isn't that like $1,000 trip round?
Called him. Maybe she's the one that called him at the cemetery. Now she's gone. There are no clues or anyone seeing her after her car was left. Although there are a few people saw her right before, including a police interaction at a cemetery she was photographing at night in the pitch black. Photographing at night in the pitch black doesn't make sense to me. And a gas station clerk.
You're welcome.
Who's the gas station clerk? Okay, so let me ask you something. If she's in Williams, Arizona, and this guy's claiming that she was last seen interacting with police at a cemetery and then a gas station clerk, then how would she run out of gas? When Williams, Arizona, to where this Ash Fork, it's far, but you clearly can get there with gas. If you got gas in your tank, easy. How far is Ash Fork? Let me see. Williams to Ash Fork. Williams, Arizona. Arizona to Ash Fork, Arizona. Probably like a few hours. Dude, it's 19 minutes. So we'll just say she was 45 minutes away.
We don't know no details on as far as how the tires got flat. We just know that 2 tires are flat, whether they were slashed or something happened.
But the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, or he refers to himself as a fiance, says she was at a gas station clerk. So how did she run out of gas if the car was left out of gas, according to him? Was it out of gas?
Regina?
Was the car out of gas?
Regina says 2 front tires, police spike strip, no RAS to ID her or talk to her. Cop acted so out of character in that body cam. Told her to sleep at a truck stop. Like what? Last person seen her alive, the cop?
Oh my God.
Oh man. Yeah, like what cop was telling a young lady to sleep at a truck stop? I guess because she's talking about camping in the woods though. So you gotta really think about the situation. She's saying, I was gonna find somewhere to camp, and then it turned in the officer told her to go, there's a truck stop, then nobody will bother you, go sleep here. I don't know. It's rough. Regina, it's a good point though.
She took some photos and I said I'm going into nature and it's been 2 weeks.
Thank you for the 7 months. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you.
It is expensive to search, and I am putting 100% of what I have into finding her. Our goal is $30,000 because this may be ongoing and we need to be prepared to spend this amount of money. It needs to escalate quickly. Me and my best friend Elias are here in Williams, and we did an interview.
Think about it. Are you going to tell anybody in your family, your niece, your nephew, your daughter, your son, anyone to, hey, yeah, just pull over, go to a truck stop, nearest truck stop, you're traveling by yourself, just pull at a truck stop. So I do find that a little, I definitely get your point there.
Interview with Williams Grand Canyon News at 4 p.m. 10/13/2023. It's my birthday today. That's Finder. Facebook share and Instagram post, please, for Chelsea. I'm very emotional right now. This is me right now. I'm sorry if I say too much or not enough. Feel free to contact me with any information. Direct message me, Philip or Elias Avellandia. Whatever his last name is, Elias. Or any other social media platform. Here's the phone number. I will answer every question immediately. I am doing the most for her, and she would for me or any of you. She is.
That's a truck stop with lights. I'm just saying a truck stop for a young lady, for all you women in general. It's just, I don't know. It's an unsafe idea to me.
An angel. God bless and Godspeed.
But I get what you're saying.
So this guy was only managed to get $35. What did they blow the whistle on this dude and put him out there as a fraud ex-boyfriend and told people not to donate? Philip Brenner. What does he know, and why does he assume? Why does he say that she left out with no gas in the car? Riddle me this.
Some people said that it was confirmed. I don't know that to be true, though. I haven't seen that with my own eyes.
Riddle me this. What in the world is going on here? Because I have questions. She said in that footage to the officers that she was trying to save money. I don't know her personal financial status. But her dad has a lot of moolah money. Dad has a lot of money. Stephen K. Grimm. Stephen K. Grimm is president and treasurer at Gillespie, Robinson, and Grimm, Inc. and has been affiliated with Gillespie, Robinson, and Grimm since 2002. So he's president of this company called Gillespie, Robinson, and Grimm, Inc. Her dad. Chelsea's dad. Stephen K. Grimm.
You're welcome, Gucci Gang.
And according to Google, this is a financial planner company in Greenwich, Connecticut. So there's just something that's not adding up here. Just because your parents have money doesn't mean their children have money. But don't you think the parents would be like, if you're coming out to the wedding, let me pay for your travels? Or are they just telling her, you need to pay for yourself? And look at this. According to CNBC, the company is number 26, based in Grimm.
I'm not sure if that was ever confirmed. You said, was there ever even a wedding? Was there even a wedding rouse? I'm not sure at all.
Greenwich, Connecticut is ranked number 26 on the 2020 CNBC Financial Advisor 100 list. The firm ranked 32 last year. So it's a big money-making firm. Some people even speculate that this could be a kidnapping. There could be some ransom and hoax coming along. Haven't seen any signs of that yet. But the parents have all this money.
Confirmed it.
And I have yet to see any photographs of the parents out there looking for her. Why? Not saying it's wrong. Not saying it's right. Why? Why isn't the parents out there looking for her? Like out there. They hired PIs, allegedly. That's what people are saying. But why aren't they out there? This is the company that father works for. Get her done. It's like an investment management company. And I got something. Or here's some financial advisor, Stephen K. Grimm. I don't know if he still works here. And this is it's located in Greenwich. Stephen was a partner at Avinity.
I'm with you. I'm confused about that part too.
So this is like something different, or he started his own thing, or he works a couple other different jobs. Since 1991, now serves as an advisor to the firm. His earlier experience includes vice president at Smith Barney Capital Management. Maybe it's a different.
This is what I feel like. This is what we need for this case. We need a complete timeline. So everything, up to now, events wise.
Stephen Grimm, where he managed high-profile net worth personal portfolios, as well as a corporate retirement funds and endowments for charitable organizations.
Maybe I'll make a timeline video. Maybe
a lot of money, folks. The stories don't make sense to me.
Could make one pretty fast too.
It's just not adding up. That was 2,860-mile road trip that she's just going to decide to do on the fly. Is there evidence that she was actually in this hotel that tried to pay the hotel person with euros? Is there any evidence of that?
Yeah, where did that even come from? I agree.
You don't say someone else is your other half when you've broken up unless you're trying to make your relationship sound better. It is which lots of murderers do. You don't say someone's your other half when you've broken up unless you're trying to make your relationship sound better than it is. That's what murderers do. Thank you for that comment. What do you think? Now she's a photographer. Is that her career?
She probably stayed at the truck stop, then got up the next morning, poof, gone. I'm sure the cops have the surveillance videos from lives. Maybe that's what you mean.
Is that what she does for a career?
924.
Maybe she thought, hey, while I'm on my way out to Greenwich, I'll stop at these different locations
928
to check out.
The cemetery.
I'll stop at these different historical places or sites to be seen and do my photography work so I can make some money while I'm out there doing the road trip.
Good little timeline, good little breakdown. So 924, she left San Diego. 927, she met up with a friend in Phoenix and also told parents she nixed the trip. So 928, cops spoke to her at the cemetery.
But if that's the case, it's going to take longer to get to your location.
Stop. Gotcha.
I do that when I do my work and travels and go to a specific case. I say, while I'm out there, I'll cover this case or I'll do this. It's literally, I'm going to show you a pic here. It's literally a hike to go across this country. 2,800 miles, 41-hour drive. I mean, it's like, whoa. You are literally driving coast to coast. You are literally driving coast to coast. Would you do that? Would you do that? Would you take that trip? Now, one thing I find interesting, again, with this, is she left on the 24th and then met up with a friend in Phoenix on the 27th. Now, you see the route. Yeah, she would have went to Phoenix. That's the way. But from here, Phoenix, you go this way.
You gotta go through Albuquerque.
She ended up here.
Yeah, so out the way.
So she, from that point, beelined north. Change of plans. I'm not coming. I'm going camping instead, and I'm just going to jet north. And then be around and seen at these certain locations around here for the next few days. Tell me how that makes sense.
Yeah, there's something in there that doesn't make sense.
Or is there something wrong? Or is she just going to pop up out of the woods with her sleeping bag and iguana?
You said wrong turn.
Kind of like a Carly Russell and say, I'm here. I just needed to get away. There's Facebook groups set up in reference to this, and people are questioning about the gas theory. Was she out of gas or was she not? And why was her car left supposedly in the middle of the road? And who's the woodcutter? Who is the woodcutter?
Right.
2 days after, last seen September 30th by a woodcutter. 2 days later, a woodcutter in a nearby national forest was the last person to see her, leaving her family desperate and baffled. He thought she did not seem in distress or in need, Chelsea's father told News Nation. He went back to make sure.
I don't know if this is the one you're talking about, but hold up. Let's take a glance at it. And then we'll finish that. Is this the one that you're talking about, Magnolia?
Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. Where is 32-year-old Chelsea Grimm? Chelsea Grimm, living in San Diego, was planning to go on a cross-country trip to Connecticut to attend a wedding and then vanished in Arizona. But let's talk about artwork. Have you been following the Chelsea Grimm case? Well, she does artwork and she does photography. And she made an interesting post on her Instagram, which was on 9/6/2023, a few weeks before she set out on her cross-country trip. I want to share what she shared on her Instagram, and then we will further discuss. Check it out.
I did not just spend 4 hours working on this art piece just to get 16 likes. If you see this, please just copy link. I worked hard on this. Please.
So she was wondering why people weren't liking her post. She wanted more likes. And it seems like she was trying to sell her artwork. And in that video, there was also a motorcycle.
Sell
You
her
see
art.
the motorcycle in that video. If you haven't seen it, look at this video again. I showed a motorcycle and a whole bunch of her artwork. Then she vanished at the end of September. She hasn't been seen since. Her vehicle found near Williams, Arizona, up near the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
What is going on here? Because I asked, is it possible she was just trying to vanish from everyone and trying to sell her artwork and her motorcycle? As that piece of paper that was on her, in her reel on that table, you can see that she was trying to sell a motorcycle as a goal of hers. So this was in Chelsea's video here, and zero in, and it says sell bike, deposit money.
Well, I definitely think it would. Man, if she was, yes, absolutely.
And a lot of other things here that I can't really identify, but it's like a to-do list or her future goals here. It says paintings. She's trying to sell the artwork. It definitely says sell bike. She trying to sell the motorcycle?
I didn't see this
in the video. Let me know what you think.
Talk to his boyfriend.
So was she trying to sell off property because she wanted to get the money and then purposely vanish and disappear from everyone and start a new life? We don't know where Chelsea Grimm is.
Yeah.
Is it foul play involved with her case? Or does she purposely want to vanish and get off the grid? Is she hiding from something? Her vehicle was found, tires flat, car locked.
I don't know. Like I said again, her parents, the interviews with them just speak volumes because they seem calm. The details speak in that.
Her wallet, her pet dragon, and her sleeping bag and her vanished. Did she take the pet dragon with her? How much money did she have at the time? Did she end up selling artwork that she was trying to sell? I am covering this case extensively. The Chelsea Grimm disappearance. What's your thoughts about this case? What do you think happened to Chelsea? Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. Praying for Chelsea, praying for her family, praying for the community, and all along.
This is a video. I didn't see that one. I've watched a couple. I've watched every one that he's dropped pretty much now up to this point.
She didn't want any help, and she declined. So his conclusion was that she was in pretty good shape.
So Deborah Ann says, strange it took her 3 days to go from California to Arizona. Maybe a way to get money from her parents. Weird. The painting behind JLR is real art. Just Joe says, could be if she really was on drugs, she may have needed the money on a debt. I see what you're saying. Has she disappeared like this before? That's a great question that I haven't seen, or I haven't seen the answer to it or heard it from her parents. I haven't. Nothing like that. But bottom line is it's another heartbreaking story about one more woman missing. And I agree.
She planned to document lost and forgotten people for an art project during a road trip.
That's why it's important
So again,
to spread awareness.
You're going from San Diego to Greenwich. You go through Phoenix, but you keep going. Suddenly, in the course of Phoenix, you beeline to the north. Now you're involved with all these other art projects when you're en route to a wedding. Make that make sense to me, people. It doesn't. She's telling people, maybe she told the woodcutter, if there was a woodcutter. She's telling people she's doing art projects. She told the police. she's doing this art photography stuff at a cemetery. But is that just a ploy? Who was the friend she met up with? I think there's way more to this story than what it is. And that's why I titled this video Hoax or Foul Play. Or did she just go off and do self-harm to herself? After being distraught, maybe relationship problems, maybe something happened in Phoenix in those dates, 25th, 26th, 27th, something that really got her emotionally, where she headed up north towards the Grand Canyon.
Very strange.
Cop caught her, kind of like
Laura pointed out, she had went way off her route.
Reminds me, remember when Gabby Bettina was seen in tears and stuff like that? The cop let her go. And now she's gone. Parents, I don't know. I don't know what the parents are doing or not doing. Not saying anything they're doing wrong. I'm just questioning everything. This is just a question. And then what's up with the euros? Why would you, does she have euros on her? What American travels around the United States with euros in their pocket? She tried to exchange euros, according to this report here. Chelsea Grimm, who vanished on road trip, appeared disoriented at Arizona hotel. Witnesses. Grimm also tried to exchange euros at the hotel a day after she told her parents she was abandoning the cross-country trip. California woman who vanished while on a cross-country trip to a wedding in Connecticut was described by a witness as confused at a hotel in Arizona after she telephoned her parents to say she planned to return home to San Diego. Chelsea Grimm called her parents on September 27th to say that she was abandoning her plans to attend the wedding, telling them, "I just don't think I could do it by myself." Well, yeah, it's far. That was the last time they heard from her daughter. They reported her missing on October 4th. The following day, Coconino County Sheriff deputies were called to a remote dirt road in Ash Fork, west of Flagstaff, after some hunters found Grimm's abandoned SUV. 2 of the Ford Escape's tires were flat, its doors locked, and some of Grimm's clothes were found inside, but her cell phone, wallet, and sleeping bag were missing. Now, some people speculate that she might have had an encounter.
Do you really think? Because earlier, what did you say? You said 2 front tires, police spike strip, no RAS to ID her or talk to her. Cop acted so out of character in that body cam. Told her to sleep at the truck stop. Like what? Last person seen her alive, the cop. I'm still thinking about that.
Somewhere else, maybe at Love's, maybe at another hotel, maybe somewhere after that encounter she had with police, and someone did some foul play to her and then took her car to that location.
I agree.
Avery says she's been in Europe 9 times. Thank you, Avery Shannon. So she never transferred money back. So she keeps euros on her. So maybe something happened to her somewhere else. If it's a hoax, maybe she coordinated with somebody to make this elaborate scheme to put this vehicle at a certain location and make this location where the vehicle is found seem suspicious. Could that be it? And she's somewhere right now, alive and well, waiting to magically appear with some sort of story, like she escaped captors. Sherry Papini type of thing? Are we talking about a Papini type of thing?
I think she's...
Or do we just accept this at face value where, you know, something bad happens?
Scenarios aren't unheard of either, Daniel. How many times have you heard of people went missing for years and were locked in some friggin' crate on land somewhere?
Happened to her because of a bad act. That's where it seems like the narrative with this whole thing is going. The sheriff even says he believes foul play was involved. Traced Grimm's trip back to September 27 when she met up with a friend in Phoenix, then canceled a lunch with the same person the following day. Later that day, she showed up at a hotel in Seligman, 170 miles to the north. About 2.5 hour drive. If you're driving 75 miles an hour, yeah, about 2.5 hour drive to the north. Look at this. Hello. What happened to Chelsea? What happened to Chelsea? Do you know what happened to Chelsea?
Cass is rolling.
Do you know what happened to Chelsea? She doesn't know. OJ does not know. Hello. We're trying to find out what happened to Chelsea. I know. We love you, OJ. You're the best kitty in the world. Oh, my God. Shoot, I used to take OJ on the plane with me. Emotional pet. Did Chelsea put that emotional pet notice out? Or she just tried to take the pet? She just tried to take her pet dragon on with her. So who's this person she was having lunch with? Does anyone know the person's name that she was having lunch with? Guy or girl? Who is it? And cancel lunch the next day. Something didn't go right. Where did she stay that night? Where did she stay 27th into the 28th? Where eventually on the 28th, the night of the 28th, she went up there 170 miles to the north. Where'd she stay? Where'd she stay on the 27th to the 28th? With this person? And things didn't work out, and the next day lunch was canceled? Or did she stay by herself? Did she can't?
Nobody popped the tires, though.
We were told.
Why would you deliberately pop your tires? Why would you deliberately pop your tires? To make it look like something happened?
By one individual that she seemed confused when she was in Seligman.
I need more time on this.
She was trying to exchange euros as opposed to U.S. currency.
Me neither.
Grimm's parents said their daughter was known to change her mind. So they're with the story that she acts on the fly, makes decisions like spontaneous. Like, I mean, we all do that, right? Irrational decisions, spontaneous decisions, or spontaneous doesn't necessarily mean irrational decisions, just decisions on the fly. This isn't the first time she ever changed a plan for sure. Her pet dragon's name is Roxy. Roxy? Who's the woodcutter, though? Do you guys know the name of the woodcutter?
That's what I wanted. That's what I was asking about.
Has there been other missing people in that area where Chelsea was
the wood? And then it sounds scary. The woodcutter. Why are we calling this guy the woodcutter? Yeah, the woodcutter. The woodcutter seen her. The woodcutter said that she didn't need help. Well, that just doesn't. I don't know. When I hear woodcutter, I just don't think great things.
Her last name is Grimm. Are we gonna have grim hopes or positive hopes?
Oh, woodcutter. That shit
with this situation.
I'm sorry, but when I hear the woodcutter, I think nasty vibes. I get nasty vibes from that. That just doesn't even. Yeah, scary name, exactly. Scary as shit. Yeah, but the last person your daughter talked to is the woodcutter. Yeah, has some serious problems.
People say, JLR, go out to look. It's remote. It's a needle in the haystack.
Murder scene, man. I'm serious. That doesn't even sound right. Like what? Yeah, we talked to the woodcutter. He seen her, and she didn't need help. What? Help me make sense of that.
What was the weather out there? Like, was it hot still out there? The temperatures are changing. What's the weather out there right now, Williams, Arizona? Let's see. Williams, Arizona weather.
Georgia dude? The Georgia guys or what?
Williams, Arizona.
There's you out there right now. Nick, let me know if you go out to any scenes. You got Christopher Haynes. You got those 4 Georgia people. The shit's getting wild. It's heating up. They made 2 arrests in that. One guy killed himself. He was a murder suspect.
weather. 58. Woo! It's only 58 as a high. 30s. A couple weeks ago, it's probably a little bit warmer, but not much warm, I don't think. Look at this weather. The weather's going downhill there quick.
I've been watching that closely, bro. Like very
60,
close.
64, 62, 60, 60, 53, 20. Look at these lows.
Who's a con artist? I think you were talking about maybe whoever posted that GoFundMe. But escaped Georgia prisoners. That's heating up. There's some wild shit going down in that. The guy who shot through the door at the guy who shot at the U.S. Marshals through the door was a murder suspect, but it wasn't any of the escapees. Crazy situation unfolding in Georgia. So yeah, definitely watch out all over. These guys have been gone for days.
Next couple days. If you're out, you cannot survive out there in that, like that, with just a sleeping bag. That lizard would be freezing. The lizard would be freezing even on. She was wearing a thick fleece shirt.
So it was not too.
No other people, missing people there. So I'm going to keep looking on this. I just wanted to share. We're going to bring awareness to this case.
Can anybody confirm or unconfirm with me that this is an hour from where Daniel Robinson went missing? Somebody said that in chat. I just haven't confirmed it yet.
This platform, I'm questioning everything.
I need to confirm when I get
sure you
off
all are too. It is a mystery.
Either way.
Is it a hoax? Is it just a tragedy? Is there foul play involved? Is this her just wanting to vanish and get away from whatever's going on in her life?
10 minutes?
Suffered depression. The things that transpired up to the time when she was crying had anything to do with this? Chelsea Grimm, 32 years old, 5'8", 135. Is she just somewhere in a hotel right now hanging out? Somebody's home. She can't carry the dragon around for long. I doubt the dragon had a leash, so whoever's she's with will hopefully had a container for it. My Life with Taco. Thanks for being a member. She can't carry the dragon around for long. I doubt the dragon had a leash, so whoever she's with hopefully had a container for it. And now, folks, we're approaching 3 weeks into this. When things started.
I'd go back.
Almost 4.
I'd go back because pretty much this whole entire live, I'm just getting familiar with this case also because I'm diving into a bunch of different cases. So tomorrow we have Brian Kohlberger's court date, but then you got the 4 escapees out of Georgia, which that's heating up. There's a bunch of shit going on right now in the true crime community. Tons of different cases going wild. You got Crystal Rogers. Everything is heating up right now. It's like that time of the year, honestly.
Almost a month.
Seems like this time every year.
So people are still optimistic. I see some of you guys are still optimistic about her whereabouts. Like this is going to come out in a positive.
That'd be,
we like to see her alive. Let's hope she's alive, and then let's find out what happened.
I really hope not.
Or is this just going to be a mystery unknown that we'll never get answers? When does the authority start pinging phones and doing all that? Have they done that already? Or are they not at that stage?
People will do stuff like that.
Car found with flat tires. Now, dirt road out there. Can a regular car go on those roads out there? Forest road, and they call it forest road.
Yeah, you know what? I had to go back and watch Daniel Robinson on Disappeared. Another one I've been watching. I watched it like 5 times, but what's the name of it? I think her name's Chelsea too. I can't remember her last name, but I've watched the episode probably about 6 times. It's on the newest season of Disappeared. She went missing on the Golden Gate Bridge. Absolutely just vanished.
Road 6. Avery Shannon. Check out her IG page. She has traveled all over the world. Her whole life is on her page. I'll comment the name below. Thank you, Avery. So she has an IG page. So everyone can look. The IG page is going to be posted. Everyone can look. She was supposed to have lunch on the 28th with a friend. She canceled. Why'd she cancel? Avery says it's Grimm Photography. Grimm Photography.
You think so? You really think it was a suicidal? Because they said that when they watched that camera, there would be enough people to realize if she jumped off. But
let me ask you something. Let me see if I can get on Instagram.
Vehicle 2 tire slash. She is gone 2 weeks now. Yes, something's going on.
Does Grimm Photography do a lot of nighttime photos?
Something's going on in the wood, and I keep hearing about the wood chipper guy. It just doesn't give me good
photos.
The wood chipper.
I don't think I can do it on this one. Grimm Photography, folks. I'll definitely look.
So she writes books.
Thank you, Avery.
It's the
yep.
This
we can see it, Avery.
Off too.
Grimm Photography. I pinned it. Everyone check out. That will show her life work.
The reason why I say it's weird is because wherever they found her vehicle, when you would go to the nearest place to get help, it's obvious that she didn't make it to the nearest place to get help. That's what's obvious. So that's a big problem.
What do you think?
It could be
Grimm Photography. Let me see if I can find it. No, I'm not. Well, actually, I can. Hold on. Give me 1 second, folks. JLR investigates. We're going to investigate Grimm Photography. We're working on it. We're working on it. Okay.
What's going on, Jennifer Gilly?
Let's find home and search Grimm Photography. Grimm Photography. So what is the, let me see. Does she have lips on her thing? All right, my mod sent me a message. Okay, I found it. I found it. Grimm Photography.
Laura, her parents bought a 1K Tiki test.
This is it, right? Photographer 383 posts, 542 followers. So this is the type of stuff and places she takes pictures. Give us an idea. She got a lot of, I mean, she got sunset picture. A lot of beach stuff. City.
That is a good point.
City stuff. Sunsets, sunrises, sun peeking through. A lot of sun stuff. Backwoods.
Let me check.
Artwork.
Oh.
She likes doing things with the sun. Shining through things.
So it says, how do I see? She also posted this paper she wrote while she was at the spa. So that's the beginning of her reels. Going to the Canyon Ranch to by herself, testing herself for a week. So let me go read this. So it says, from the beginning of part 1, I can make out I am Chelsea Grimm, ADHD, PTSD, as well as I struggle with depression. These past few years since COVID-19 began have been extremely difficult, but especially for those of us who struggle on a day-to-day basis. That's what you could make out. Just in case anyone is willing to help a struggling Oh, this is Chelsea that wrote this too. Just in case anyone is willing to help a struggling writer raise money so I can afford to write my 3 books, then get them published so that I can shed some light on mental illnesses and the struggles many of us go through. I am embarrassed to ask, yet life has taught me one thing. It is that you only get something what you put out, or you only get what you put into the world. And it does say see more, so I can't see after that, but definitely some good points. That's stuff that she wrote. That's stuff that she wrote. So definitely some good finds is what I meant to say. It's not easy. You said it's not easy.
Giving you guys an idea of her art.
Hopefully not.
A lot of sun stuff. My thing is buzzing. Let me see.
Vacation.
Play the reel. So she was planning.
Okay, hold on. You said she set up this GoFundMe right after she came back from a month-long vacation in Europe with her boyfriend at the time. Make of that what you will. So it says right here, and it does say on September 12th of 2019. This is a GoFundMe account. That this is somebody sending this to me on Twitter that's in chat now. I'm reading it. So she posted, for access to my GoFundMe account, please go to and post the actual link. Make of it what you will. Yeah, that's a good point. Make of it what you will.
On selling artwork. I can't get that reel played. And now it has a lot of graffiti.
I don't know.
On there too. Let me see.
I don't know what to think.
I'm looking at this for the first time, so I don't know if you guys seen this before.
Like right now is me looking at this case for the first time, period. I've glanced at it, went past videos of it, just never really dug into the case. I've seen people talking about it. When I look at it, I have no clue what's going on. Today is my first day looking at this, and this shit is crazy. I just cannot buy a theory of her walking off into the woods right now. So I don't know. Her parents just seem too calm. There's just so many different things that stand out to me. I don't know. Make of it what you will, but maybe some information comes out in the next couple of days that will, fill in the blanks. But that's exactly what I'm saying. You can't buy that. She ran off theory. She's a talented artist. She probably went north to Poland to go camping, smoking the damn. She sound like.
What do you think?
Truck.
So you guys can go check this out yourself. This is what she lists: San Diego to New York City. Poet. Life's all about color. ACSW.
What's going on, Doozy? Yeah, the woodcutter guy gives me bad.
Allie said no way she would leave her camera. Interesting, right? If your whole life work is your camera.
So what do you think, T-REV? You think she faked her disappearance, or is this foul play? And does PJ or Elias know? I don't know. If you go like Magnolia, if you go and watch the parents, their interview, they're calm. I feel like they know some details about their daughter that's not out there, that's not being shared with the public, which might be making them think she's alive and with somebody else. I don't know. That's just what I speculate on that part. But I mean, other thoughts too is red flags. There is red flags. You got her vehicle found with 2 tires that are flat. It's just there's a lot of different things. There's red flags there, but there's things that the parents are calm, and that's what's getting me. I don't know what to think yet. I need more time, honestly. I need to spend a little bit more time looking into everything on this case to build a full circle opinion. But from what I'm seeing right now, this is nuts so far. This is going to be the talk of the day for me.
You're a photographer. would you leave your camera behind?
No, I'm not leaving my
Steven
camera
says
behind.
foul play, not a hoax.
I'm not even a photographer, and I won't leave my camera behind.
That's an expensive camera. Would you leave that behind and just take your sleeping bag, your pet dragon, and your wallet? Now, if it's foul play, what did she have in her wallet? Did she have credit cards? And if so, are we going to get an alert that the family's going to be aware of after maybe or authorities get a subpoena and find out banking transactions that's done? You know, sometimes these criminals, if it's foul play, will take the credit card and start buying things, withdrawing ATM money. That could be a scenario and situation too, folks.
Updates while we're sitting here.
It's just a lot of unknown.
No. So what? The last update on this whole entire Chelsea Grimm case has been 7 days ago, from the most part that I'm seeing. The last talk or any update was also something about the boyfriend, right, or the ex. But 7 days from what I see
at that. Google. When I get some more information, I'll share with you. I'm on this case too, so I'll be figuring this out, just like all of you. If new information pops up, I will share with all of you. I am JLR Investigates. Let me know what you think. If you have any information you want to share, if you have firsthand knowledge, you want to talk, you want to help bring awareness and use this platform, send me a email, JLR Investigates. 10/24/2023. Signing off.
He says she could have multiple photos, different types, and only taken one if there was two. For example, just food for thought. Just a food for thought. My dad would not be calm at all. It's weird how the parents are acting. Yeah, I'm surprised if they have money like that. Why you fly right to that location and be looking? I mean, for instance, Daniel Robinson. Look at his dad. Look at his dad. What is his dad doing? It took us forever to prepare for this live yesterday because of all the various players and complex details. There is so much to it. That's why I'm saying there needs to be like a play-by-play timeline video made with everybody involved in this so people can kind of get a picture. I want to put that together. It's wild. Not if she was camping outside for the night. You'd leave everything in your car, including wallet. Slayer Selection says. Scene seems staged. It's a lot to dig into with this case. So I'm going to get off here and probably I might create a couple videos to put up pertaining to this case. I'm about to get off here. I appreciate you guys joining me for 3.5 hours that we were on. Shout out to everybody that came by. And I'm about to go do some research on this case. Tomorrow we have Brian Koberger court date. I will be live early in the morning, so be ready for that. And I'll see you guys there. I love you all.
You gotta stop doing this.
Look. All my life has been neglection, so now I pick up the pen and use it as a weapon. Yeah, you can see that I'm affected. People getting killed for nothing but obsession. You need to look at your reflection and decide who you are. Stop acting disconnected. Got mothers killing kids. People kill to live. Well, I be on the mic, speaking how I live. Every day I wake up, it's another person that's dead, and YouTube has to solve it because the law is killing kids. I'm disgusted at the evil in the end, and if you connect the dots, you'll see the vision in your head. Why do people die as victim to the streets? They wonder why I'm up all night and can't sleep. I'll be the voice for everyone who can't speak. L.E. failed Kylie and now Sammy is free. AWP, did a good deed, and y'all be talking all that shit while they just do it for free. 16 days for 35 minutes. Y'all tried to throw them off and just wanna play the victim. Reaching out to YouTube channels for clout. I wouldn't check it. TV if I went in your house. And SF investigate, stay sending out the hate. Why you mad at Doug and Nick for finding Kylie in the lake? Make it make sense. You're a fake bitch. You were there for money and now you're mad over fake shit. And that's something I can't relate with. Zero emotion from the mom on the statements. All I seen was the devil in her eyes. Tony died, you're a fake. I can see it through your lies. God send me on your stream like the FBI. You've been grooming little kids. I can see your whole disguise. It get mail calling Ronnie up on the line. Why you lie to the people and say you gon' do it live? Santa May out here looking extra sus. Got an arrow on the ground pointing towards Kylie's truck. Then you want it coming up church. I think your butt hurt. You tried to blame the man for your dog but couldn't find the dirt. I guess that's what they mean by the trucky way. If you step foot in the town you might die from foul play. And I don't know what to say, but I can feel it through my soul. She didn't drive in LA. So y'all can try to go convince somebody else, cause I'm not falling for that shit. The autopsy really smells.
See, let me explain what I'm talking about, man. And you know what I'm talking about. No water in the lungs. Y'all test for the weirdest shit. I guess it is the trucky way.
You gotta stop doing this.
I mean, I really guess it's the trucky way, man.
I count my blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
Wouldn't be the same with none of y'all by my side. You hold me down every day and it makes me strive. I wake up and look forward to doing these lives. A lot of y'all really came and opened up my eyes, and I hope I gave it back because it comes with yours. No matter what they say, I know I opened up them doors. I brought a family together even though shit was rough. They tried to shut us down, but we really shut them up. No matter what, we stand together when shit gets tough. I wanna thank everyone for showing me love. The Rev Gang family is something I cherish and love, and I'll smack anyone for fucking with us.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
No one picking a voice to the voiceless. People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss is something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will add up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have the backs. I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps. Your loyalty means a lot to me, so this is a special thank you from me.
Blessings for the days